United States of America me pato aye 3 o'clock mam wo Brazil or Brazil aye 14 hours not just 4 o'clock in a game me koso mam wo London aye 8 o'clock and watching Germany aye 9 o'clock mam wo Istanbul aye 10 o'clock New Delhi India aye 12:30 mam wo Jakarta aye 2 o'clock mam wo Beijing aye 3 o'clock and watching Tokyo Japan patem ho and also 4 Sydney Australia aye 5 o'clock Ghana aye 7 and the UEFA Champions League game no and also pass I don't want some out no at the MYT for live on Sompa 93.1 so Oba Johnny and Nathan come on na be bian sum atuma kama Mami Alliance Arena and 9:24 Ejama powerhouse says stadium na game ne because no and no I get ready manim brand nim komo Alliance Arena. This is the venue e be host to Champions League final. Say Prince utumu say Alliance Arena edwana jo nia so enkania na nika and they will show some television so and no and the venue and na dia na jo e be host to game no na be just to because Paris Saint-Germain and International Milano Inter Milan boboko no 75,024 capacity and the bia beboma na bibia so atumi akoso aye built 2002 2025 aye 3 years and you did see South Stadium we and my fee say open on 30th of May 2005 not just 19 years ago and not just 20 years exactly and 20 years exactly aye be a stadium we are no and they 20 years, Prince. As Enra Yani see be Bia Yamono, Ewa Alliance Arena Hall, and they came to bet my costume penny for some infant to him, say cost 340 million euros. And I'm going to see Alliance Arena, a hall, and the game way El Paso, and that day, and I try, I don't want some out on. And so they pa na bibian so etuma kama afisa Prince yantoa so yankon samu from na MC afonum boy na yanhwe opinion no so be jamfinfin ahwa kense ne ntene ho kobo kakra ananu ata power house betutwa so referee friends is Van Covert born in the month of September, 16th September 1984, we did 40 years or no, and I came to and that day, we part all the way from Romania on the center. We did some big games, including 2022 Conference League final, AS Roma SF final 3-0, 2024 Europa League final, and also Atlanta Bergamo SF by all for Leverkusen 3-0, and now what our powers the Unkomobri added to when he was opening when on anytime 2 times what the final of European competition or surprise Ninginano Eco Edima Italian class 1 Roma 3-0 against Feyenoord 2 Atlanta Bergamo and also now 3-0 against Bayer of Leverkusen and that day anajo double quantity in Milan so betum repeat satana na boafono ayo granite adi Mihai Marika from Romania and what your penny friends Ferenes Tunyogi and also from Romania on line 2 fourth official Mr. Joao Pinheiro on Portugal reserve assistant referee Mr. Bruno Jesus, and also from Portugal, video assistant referee no, ayo run it Dennis A. Higler from Netherlands, Nimpa Bebuano, ayo Catalan Popa, Gomo, and Impenifu and Nete, one better game Nessa Bianson at my kama. 90 minutes, ya bury na game no, ya winner. A bet travel aqua extra time, ya babo 30 minutes. After extra time, so ya winner. A bako to post match penalties, Niasha say no. Why 18 Quinim, Yamaya Tuma, and Nete Anato, and no UEFA Champions League na home como, and our power Senasa said in Samano at the Epana Bibian Sotumacoso, Afi Mumami Bobo Quantity, and so Eddie Tamilan, and normal press conference, no Captain and Dandy Lautaro Martinez, and the opinion Eddie Nicolo Barrera, or no your deputy captain, and the coach Nanka Safini AM Simeone Inzaghi, some penny for me and Sunday Coachinemo, Adima in Tamilan press conference, no, and Jimmy picture now moving out to one not get to a moon cover come in some pre and the 2-hour press conference that's number 1 the thing and so at the I am Lautaro Martinez and also Inter have given me everything since day 1 and I give my everything every time I play for the club. We work hard to be here. Enti Okadia Chevia say Inter Milan Boboko no wama ni bibia ohia as a footballer. Wama ye bebre and a Germano enti ono as a footballer no anytime obenya kwanya so jam up at Inter Milan club no ono so giving all or the support biano ajatema Inter Milan football club and your captain etain at the Lautaro Martinez and Summer or the two etano and which in no ten in China friends and Nicolo Barrera or no so Kasai or no editor channel and also it will be a tough game. They press a lot. We need to come out with our qualities. We need to attack quickly and to game on yourself. I was so yes making sure some better bubble quantity and so at the PH and not Ayogani Nicolo Barrera and some of their two powers in him and not the Anopaniago Shadden some out at the Miatia for the Bianson at my Kama. Say when Nicolo Barrera and someone and also like 2 years ago, we know we will do everything we can to win. Paris are a great side like Manchester City in 2023. And to 2023, no, when we say Inter Milan again, we're in the final. When we go to Manchester City football, no, no boy, City, Eddie Cruano, Eddie Fruamunsam, and they almost Kadia Cheria say, Wamatomoso, Woman Maybe, Eddie Free, just 2 years ago, and to Yamayadum and Janacho, or be expected different a year Inter Milan, and no, a player, your friends and Nicolo Pereira, and some of their two powers and him, and not any good in some Adepa, let me just to my kama. After my coach Simeone Inzaghi, my picture was some television so getting common and some of the talks on. The part of these players in this 4 years did a lot, won a lot, and lost sometimes. It happens, but we all gave our all. Everyone. In fact, we are proud to be Inter. I dream of playing the Champions League as a player. And again, now, I have the opportunity to play the Champions League final as a coach. And not a coach in summer order to a jar and so an opinion. Now, or saying, yes, in fact, won a lot. Wakan Samebri at the Afaho, but we all gave our all. Everyone, in fact, we are proud to be Inter and not a coach in some of your tutor and the day you go say don't some out at the MATF4 or say no person compared to Champions League as a player and went to Mancosa and Farman and the day as a manager and as a coach when you had the opportunity and he's leaving no stone unturned and as a coach and the day Simeone Inzaghi and some of your tutor all my players are available to play. It is the best I could ask for. And to coach in this Sunday or Lusua or new Bia Quaco Blemuno on to me blemu management, on to me blemu players and all. A sunset when you all the players are available and are you coaching in summer or the Atucha and Adianopa and you go said in some out on Adepa, the Bibiansun at Aquanim and so we are still live on Sompa television so or saying we need to face Paris Saint-Germain, knowing there will be moment in which we will suffer and other moment when we will have the ball and they will need to defend. Details and moment are key and no a coach in summer or the ato powers and the day I go said on some out on a for live on some part television as now. Mumami a possible 11 for another game na Barcelona PH in a home. On paper and Timum PH Timono, Namidun Komaka PH Timono, possible 11. Momam intent Tamina and from the tennis already Teddy Gianluigi, Donnarumma on a metis or best to a person more, Adama Tim PH and waiting Ashraf Hakimi bestate, Marcos Awas Correa. Announce Korea or no to draw from some Marquinhos or basta to a metal hall, William Joel, Aya Pacho. Perono or no from Aya Equator. Meteso basta tike no Nuno Mendes bepo or your friend Sam Joao Neves or basta take Victor Maxaldo Ferreira Vitinha or also statike no Fabian Ruiz bepo Vicha Kwaraskelia esta take no Usman Dembele po Bradley Bacola mete between or no and your grand intended Desiree Dway why the coach was so starting to say Prince between Desiree Due and Bradley Lauren Bacola. Why and was so starting a whole and I met a coach contemplating Yamiyadum and Diana Joe why and also starting was against them now. Move and free PG. Mam Inter Milan team no, but also possible level team Sompa television so Namitin come Sir Prince William Sunday as usual Jean Sommer or best to a personal Benjamin Pavard and also started Francesco Acerbi started game no Alexandro Bastoni Denzel Dumfries Paul Nicolo Barrera started Hakan Chanoglu Epo Enrique Mkhitaryan Federico Di Marco Lautaro Martinez and Marcus Thuram Gomo and your placer Metro Munkaseneteno one best started at the Ama Narazuri a Panamata Bobokun but when him say no Metesa Jean or real bishop or one new problem but or you're doubtful if free somebody compliment number coach and obetma sase no one so betma pa and also on to me and waiting oglan the Benjamin Pavard or no so uncle issue kakra Petro Zelinski or muscular problem these are players are mete so one more are you doubtful for the game but of course no player and then you're completely out. PAG and one on players obey your fate with the exception of pressure Kimpembe and no Ayan Samanisha Tocha Desmond Nayagusiadin Samanon and the mayor cheer for I was some port television now. Sir Prince, Mama Yansha PAG Bobo Kunowa rival. I was from port television as well. Emra Mubedu Aya Germany abundance video and tam Nayanko PAG our rival in Germany. Yansha Nayantekakra. NCPAG arrive I don't know Oben was a place in every team person mo AC Oben Lautaro Martin me pato weno Oben hu aya Vitinha Oben hu Ashraf Hakimi players in no and wetuno mam Inter Milan wamuso ebebedu ye ana omu yo mu training any ade in term good and sunye we aya Inter Milan we ya time ana omu full play ni na womu bedu ye etwaso the same video Oben some players no echo alliance are in a pitch and so echo training kakra ni nyina ye nra de echo so ewe Germany ahead of and that big game and also obetuma koso and our powers the sun some adepa na bibia so atuma konanim afi mama Luis Enrique and somebody to travel press conference na say or my biggest motivation is to make history coach and all this sun some we there to just and then no adeba kopa and nation Ukraine the asopa addition crying as a manager so betum abwa PAG club no etum aje UEFA Champions League for the first time in your history obetum abwa club no monso etum ya because anoni adia ehia no enye sika enye bibia sempo yebebo na baso say oye the best manager of France ni ateno enye mu bia ehia no de ehia no eye so betum ameki history and your opinion the ade Luis Enrique and some of the two channel no obed mo mam na video so on Luis Enrique and some know the two just say how what build certain way yente coach no
it's this team.
When I arrived to the club 2 years ago with my own idea and the idea of Luis Campos and the president Nasser Al-Khelaifi, tried to build a different team with a different perspective and different mentality, trying to play as a team, not with the strong of a real team, and it's going to be difficult and at the same time easy to do when you work with Luis Campos or Nasser Al-Khelaifi, trying to get new players. In that moment, I think we are achieving things that we even could dream. But at the same time,
and no, a coach and attending Luis Enrique and some of the two and so on. No, I feel Usman Dembele Akasa. Now, boy, no, I'm saying I am very proud to be here in the final. Nothing has been easy. It's just a pleasure. to be at this stage of the competition. And no, you're running some of the two channel, and then some trouble business. No, as a normal F4 and normal course of the mall. After some opening, I find a Kylian Mbappe, every club in Mukoya, and also and Yanokre, or Jidisa Simple, Bia Mbappe, wa, and Katim PH, Noma, and so very simple. At me at the moment, Bianca Noma be more easier at the Ama Club, no, and to Bomukas Mbappe Koyano, as a PAG, about champagne football, as a PAG, about beautiful football, no, because of the absence of Mbappe, according to Run Ocean Ukreta, and you're running some of the two Trinity, Yaguso, some out of the Panaviansono, and to me, Ayakama, Metraso Consumu from away from the Champions League, Messanso Basobe Dim Komaka, Bamumo running, and so at the Gian Piero Gasperini, the picture was on television, and so wouldn't send Rami de Betuja, so Penin Akakuya Juma Diama Roma. In fact, reporter means Kanye, so I agree 3-year deal to join AS Roma. Diakam Abe official after 9 years of instinct with club and thing, and so the Atlanta Beckham and so young command so toja and the tenor. When him said reported by Sir also Beko for really Bradley Bacola on Usi Academy PhD. Don't forget your page and in Newcastle United. When we now express interest, I will Bradley Bacola more to extend say PhD for no echo to around £42 million for the boy. I have friends of Bradley Bacola and so and common epa. I go to better Casipa so Bruno Fernandes and they Ruben Amorim and right there one name one wish Hong Kong follow a year 3-1 Hong Kong. Sompa, ya no me ya, better crown or mabo, or Yadia United. One must say United first goal, and Sana Manchester for the better, Emanaka Quaya, I get 3-1. Yenu Nigerian in Obi performance never slow. Now after the game, no, Ruben Amorim, Okasai, Edifa, Bruno, Fernandes on Gentino. Yes, I say you better coach and it Bruno Fernandes is the patcho coach I friends Ruben Amorim and some other two and so and the and so hona fi ya twaso ya kwenim na bibia so atumi ayekama enu nya ye rete no yan twaso yan kwenim in 10 and so hona according to run it Ruben Amorim and some other two and it's Bruno Fernandes and Kofoka so we been in last game or Manchester United no so no clear I don't think so. I think he want to stay and no Ruben Amorim and some of the tuja and that and so no meba tennis so baby tennis won't come on but mean football mean complete football stories no and so my son so so mam over the thing and so at the few Hernandez agent no and ra yehuno na yehuno Casa Milan ho sir okoko champagne for mo wudin komo journalist back on the Gianluigi a Longari onu na confirm tama say Theo Hernandez agent after Manuel Garcia a Quilon and Ra Ocean Milan and so management no ama bibia so etumi yakama na meeting across so memfanto obianim sa when him say Saudi Arabia for no abaho for Theo Hernandez and no ayenso manu so toja and now no penny egusu de won sama udono at the MET for and so wodumede kasepa we so dia wo hwa no aye Mr. Ruben Amorim wo de yenkonkoti no
to win money.
Of Al Hilal's approach for Bruno Fernandes and whether that might have been Bruno's last game for United?
I don't think so. I don't know for sure. Nobody knows, but I don't think so. I think he's seeing us taking some actions to change all the things, and I think that is all that he asks. I think he wants to stay. He's saying no to a lot of things. But it shows that
okay and see we know your opinion and so Bruno we know your reference Ruben Amorim and other some two just were saying no to a lot of things and no bebre office bebre and aba akura nanim baning na no we say no after so mo hwe ni so betuma to so ye dwuma at Ama Manchester United Football Club me pe video no nanke ye hwe enura hawa agent no ekodu Casa Milano na oni AC Milan fo penifo no kokoti nkomo no no ni ya to aso bibia so to my kama ba enu nya rate no wonim say wo ko bobo kwa ne tedi Real Madrid a me mfanto twa so Kylian Mbappe wonim say Mbappe fans vote no as the La Liga player of the season and non aye Kylian Mbappe reporter when aye confirm the financial so to no and Mbappe as the La Liga player of the season according to Madrid and some supporters no and aye told and some influence weba and that no afime transfer consume from mami akra fans Tony Fernandes oye player bakon awo Barcelona La Masia akra we ni mbobo says as a president I mean second coach and anything at the hands that flick be makra na fan Tony aye Fernandes opportunity nyame ya aduma season ya bebe vremo no sa kra no ye hwese ono so benya kwanya na wabo ade amaba sabobo kro no ano ayenso mane so to Tony Fernandes and ye hwese benya opportunity no and so atumi abo ade ama Barcelona Football Club na coach and the enso hands that flick a confirm jamo power say ye danya obenya sa opportunity no especially our pre-season na bibia so atumi aya kama yento so yenkonserve from the most expensive trophy in football history na yenhwe Champions League trophy no ne bo etesen World Cup trophy ne bo etesen wo ma ye evaluation wey enye sika da so by trophy nankasa value shasie na bo ne yentie
UEFA Champions League trophy, estimated value $250,000. Made of solid silver, this iconic trophy is valued. Number 4, FIFA Club World Cup, estimated value $300,000. A modern trophy with an elegant structure and a finish combining gold and precious resin. Number 3, Ballon d'Or, estimated value $600,000. Made of brass and covered with 18-karat gold, its real worth comes from the prestige it represents in the world of football. Number 2, FIFA World Cup Trophy, estimated value around $20 million. Crafted from 18-karat solid gold and weighing about 6.1 kilograms, it is one of the most iconic and expensive trophies ever created. In your opinion, which one deserves the top spot? Let's discuss it in the comments. The 6 most expensive trophies in the world. Number 6, Africa Cup of Nations.
Enti dia oguso wohwe awo Sompa television so nti yeso ebusawo Filippo and Sir Prince which he said the most expensive trophy enon anya sike edaso me pacho eye wohwe gold ayede ye ne ade the most expensive trophy no ebeye te wanya onso betuma jone ye awo Sompa TV Sompa 93.1 awo Facebook ne so ye din komo na bibia so no atumi aya kama don't forget so say dia mean second way no aye confirm Jeremy Frimpong deal no say e done obebe shakan at the ama club and and so at the Liverpool 6 years contract and Jeremy Frimpong and so sign at the Liverpool Football Club and to Chroma yesamo munshana mo some players 2 years player no FA former no aye free no ko ni atano way aye Jeremy Frimpong enra Liverpool for the atadene shenu come on no mama kwaba to the club but say the 10 year answer until Sunday at just official transfer window no and so be no answer no betum a complete deal no me patcho me tesa Liverpool for no ebeton in 3 installment 35 million euros in 3 installment and on betia ediama by offer Leverkusen by 6 years and a boy so sign at the Ama Liverpool Football Club and again so many so toja and not an opinion no mommy ogran daddy Benjamin Sesko na me tell komo kakra latest ni ye obaka ya nra me baba ye story Sir Benjamin Sesko agent no ono ego omeya ne tin ede aya me patro okoyi ekohwe Arsenal ani Barca Champions League final no na Benjamin Sesko agent afensa Marcel ayo sofa me patro Marcel sofa no oye sporting director at Leipzig. Again, Arsenal sporting director ayo reference Andre Beta some penifoni mi enwesia o matin komo so said they are making figure no aye 75 million pounds and only fika kwekwe Jones say for the 21-year player and the ade Benjamin Sesko and to so sabe to my funnel and also to funnel no only time will tell now mama owura ni tin ade Joe Bellingham wey aye Job Bellingham now when you say I say Joe Bellingham ni nua pani afen say Jude Bellingham our advice so ko Borussia Dortmund abeboa no one for the development esan so okọ ho no number 5 etemano enti enei woni Mr. Sebastian Kiel Onuya sporting director for Dortmund as I said in Como to a sense nan sanine me pato Sebastian Kiel and Joe Bellingham agent no Asia Momu Kasai and ay update and so fu apa and that opinion no mami update kakra on Bruno Fernandes in agent ya friend some Miguel Pinheiro me pato some penny for no and so wo Asia wo makasa na wunim se owura friend say Miguel ayam Pinheiro Oko Omea Fensa Saudi my baby tinga beka won some of their choda Bruno Fernandes in agent no Oko Riyadh Oko spending 3 days for her now when him sent Eddie Cancran Al Hilal Emma Bruno Fernandes 72 hours so undecided but you so penny champagne for no or there two and say this is the way you can't take it within 72 hours until Oma Achim Adamomo so mun take it 1 week one month function home now Sir Prince and Filippo when him says 700,000 pounds a week no you say tax free and now free no budget no what we tax also you to taxes be free so no ni take home 1 week I just 700,000 pounds into and yes car boy no better rejected and no ayan command no so fu opa and not dey no paniego so you dey ehun some out ade pana bibia so atuma kwanim afimin to so mami Don Carlo Ancelotti say Arsenal actually Real Madrid wo mu yi omu free mu sadena and on Brazil 14 komo sadena and on Brazil ekasaye na ojitum so bebe coachi aya Brazil na shatim no say Brazil na shatim no aya de etana akoma so football in Brazil etana akoma so enimpa mo Brazil etana akoma so the culture of Brazil and so etana akoma so and ayo penin the final so etotano no Cristiano Ronaldo so dia meten so obejatum obe continue to stay with club and Nasser when him say reported by initially so Ronaldo no ayadia opeso kobo FIFA Club World Cup ni bi ama to extend say yes Inter Miami for express interest enti anka Ronaldo ko join Inter Miami na just oni Messi babo one club for the FIFA Club World Cup but say the meeting say now so for at the bumper deal dia to owura nanim na agentun ayajatum oni Ronaldo magic contract am steady no ma say semponto so and na so free club no sent to me call and I report I mean say Kenneth ya me go so meden sama hotom answer de pa na bibia so to my kama mam owura ne den answer the local Vasquez what 3 years Madrid from penny for no me tesa Real Mallorca abem omoni akura ne din kom we onya akura e penny omoni penny ne din komo all city Espanyol and so abem amoni din komo don't forget 3 years and owura ne din contract no ebe wu June 30 but report I mean second year and it's a Madrid for na kasa so ntoso nompo and from Madrid bobo kono non konkobo FIFA Club World Cup after the Club World Cup no obetime free work and answer and somebody be so to no me da so Real Madrid when we say so Madrid a competing passer for a young goalkeeper and the one Garcia and we one report I mean second and that and run be official so Trent Alexander-Arnold and so Madrid a confirm no and now no pay deal no a best part June 30 2031 and a contract was signed Trent Alexander-Arnold 30th June 2031 na just 5 years contract and also assign Barcelona will no more go for Nico Williams 70 million euros no yes Barca for ende omunko nkofano amani memesia kan fa momo esan so run the teko ni priority no including Nico Williams Hans data fleek obe give akura fensa Tony Fernandes medical akan won some data edge so afimi ba Africa mami CAF Champions League no and the CAF Champions League second leg no obetumi akoso obeka first leg ekoso am a game ni pai and they a advantage pyramid esanse womo enebo home first leg womo kwa way and Mamelodi Sundowns kopai 1-1 and then 5 p.m. Ebeko so 30th June Stadium Cairo. Urani Dedi Omar Abdul Aya Kadel Altan on the center. So far, CAF Champions League, 61 games, 130 goals, and the PM1 and the CAF Champions League. Nyame Yatuma and the Tay Afimo Mami, Roland Garros. Their friends say, French Open tennis. Na minti unkoma kakra wuni say games abeba so our tennis ni sumo. Mpacho the tennis already thing at the Jannik Sinner 10 ya chesa chasye Jannik Sinner and the granity and so Eddie Jury Eli Helka game no ekoso Alexander Zverev and the Flavio eye Koboli and so an apple when say Joao Fonseca Mr. Jack Dropper or no and the you granity at the Galmon Fifrin from France the Patrol 1150 and the game no smell bet Makoso Novak Djokovic eye Philip Miss Solich and no, I 6:15 and the game on and no so Novak Djokovic akasa nesamono yankonko tekakra na afiye na yensi form.
Sur les cours, mais à l'extérieur des cours aussi. Donc c'est une belle époque de 20 ans pour notre sport et on espère j'espère que encore la situation que nous avons, que je joue encore. Un rêve. C'est pas facile ces dernières quelques années.
And no, you already did Novak Djokovic in summer. And so, Odia Tuja ahead of the game at Basso and the enemy and no, the Tuja says, no, Adia Bakwa, Ayania, and it's a legends in the every tennis anymore. Rafael Nadal, and then players like Roger Federer, Mungina Echo, Bansana, and the Muramos say, big three, and every tennis anymore. Ayadia Utumusa, Rafael Nadal, teacher of free mono, or the Bibi and Casa Crefim, a sans Hawa Oceana, very competitive, and no free. Novak Djokovic or the BB and so every competition more and no ayan someone so to Sir Prince Atanasi Philip Nkumsa or no so Atanasi Abelia for who brought Senio Bokwanso Aqua Baby Bokode.
Yes, Nyanko Padum, Bibia de Danacum, Bibia de Danacum.
The radio shit.
Wait.
Say a baby deeper. Bosume obedjegu honte bosume ojigu o se wo so team fifiri na o yeduma Bible se be ma de o so wenu usan wenu fifiri ansa ansa no didi entine yeti ekom ase na yeso eti no ana wonti ase eti ekom na o so eti sa pepeneti
Sama mi usan pe o sweat.
So Prince
yeah, Paris.
Yenrema, baby, yen chairman will be a yen chairman, Apostle General.
Yeah, yen chairman.
Special good morning.
Paris, many a quite fast so yeah transfer stories no hopana. One particular team I see a mino casino. I say before that no made the transfers ne chassis and sana finally.
Boba Champions League and so.
Yes, every crack. Team back one or transfer stories and as or transfer issues na kwa on and off Barcelona. This particular season, you know who the kind of glory of Munyaye, they resurrected from their slumber under Papa friend Xavi Hernandez and under Hans Dieter Fleck. No, making sure say Obama Barcelona as I come back to the days of when they were winning trophies. Because you know who here, Copa del Rey Omaje, the La Liga Omaje, they nearly even came to the final of the UEFA Champions League. And Obian we say commit me a treble no at the account, but Anyi, clearly you see say Barcelona actually a lot of glory this particular season. And to go into next season, no, a man for be how on base maintaining this performance, no more side be home proud to next season because they see an idea. Next season, everyone will be measuring Barcelona with a quite faswa or bet me competing very well in the UEFA Champions League because this season what dominated La Liga, what you Copa the domestic there, Barcelona making sure so be dominating and even in the UEFA Champions League Europe no or making sure so be born home day it took Inter Milan homogeneous performance against Barcelona and Barcelona for free mo. Into going to next season will be him say people will be measuring Barcelona with how far they will go yet again in the UEFA Champions League. So make me go all the way. Akwa Inti esi no, a man for her Madrid making signings. Ohe teams na kana obi making a signings a. Omo sa Barcelona so dey no omo ye e dey aka team ne ho this particular season and makane bebre. Sa Barcelona omo bo mo modern this season yi. But yet ɔmo behia some inclusions on bɛka team ne ho next season no ebe work well for them. But ade baako a ama Barcelona fans ne football fanatics ni bi aye worried ni nie. Se se me no kase ni yen hye na nyante any concrete deal bia na Barcelona go in for. Yen nyante any bebre rumors and everything was coming out. But where concrete deals bia nyanko so just like ebenya Madrid that all making some concrete deals enema eko yie no. So where Deco any papa friend Juan Laporta, the president for the club. Omo try their possible best say omo wasting money on the transfer market. We all know say Barcelona come from that kind of financial burden na do omo so na omo struggle even to register some players into Omania's kakra. The last time I explained it here, say team back one when yes particularly this season no Barcelona because over here empo no ma more Ankasa Stadium which is the Camp Nou. Omo kobon the Olympic Stadium, but yes, still now one of the teams in Europe. Omo amass a lot of money. Minka per the stadium air revenue. Barcelona Kahubi and over all these things. No more Saje Copa del Rey or Mumbenyes Kakra, the La Liga and so on, and UEFA Champions League. Or Mutimi go all the way could do the semi-final. In so many Kakra. In all, Osha Barcelona assist Kakra and Cowboy expect to say, as some of the cover some key players biba. But Deco and Juan Laporta. They are being very smart enough say omon person betiska akofo bia bakeke wabra nipa krono emo anase ombe go into that kind of transfer battle with any team see akwa challenger ni akwa battle into ebe wi echen abs ka ya bo ano no ke betimi manage dia fa be 3 players bia ba ni aka ni nyina dia bom akwa player baako. That has been the problem see no Barcelona Javi Deco and then papa friend Juan Laporta omo try so ombe solve that issue no. Enti esi me no kason o ma me abrante friend Marcus Rashford. Ni issue ne ba ya che. Ase on and off. I say ball asija e der kakra na adum kakra o ho na der kakra. Enti esi me no kason no. Bobo from FC Barcelona. They really went and inquired about abrante friend Marcus Rashford. Look, let's put it on record. Barcelona went and inquired about abrante your friend Marcus Rashford or Dasui. But the issue this deal ni Manchester United wants somewhere around 40 million euros for Abrante friend Marcus Rashford because they know say the age no still no age one side. Oh, say a very good air product. Omo kasa and the buy and they feel say Marcus Rashford despite of all Manchester United name ku yemfa mani nyina no or one very good player or a men can say profitable and I say or that kind of value on the transfer market. And to Omo they are not looking anything less than 40 million euros. And Barcelona and so kono, they were looking at something lesser than that. And to Amuko and say 40 million euros or above and some of the bano. Barcelona are now thinking of a 1-year loan deal for Abrantia, your friend Marcus Rashford. It's 5 to 10 million euros. And a Barcelona for her, some debate me for Abrantia, your friend Marcus Rashford. And no any idea what they say. And let's not forget, say, now already, United say Luis Diaz na Barcelona for pay. And Luis Diaz Diano, Diakwa Kobe say Barcelona are dependent on Liverpool for more financial demands. They say may talk and I say me jenemi ni bi. Enti me a me ton no me what the bargaining power. Enti amount say na me dey to so a who ska fa befa. And only Luis Diaz Diano. And we all know say Liverpool wouldn't be selling Luis Diaz any amount lesser than 70 to 80 million euros. Enti no na ama se no Barcelona for enti go in any concrete on any deal bi o mo fa bia no. Enti with Marcus Rashford there no the mate no say an succeed a ye nya ntie say abrante a your friend Gabriel Martinelli onu nsidin ebatabata ho and then so he Gabriel Martinelli onu nsidin ebata ho ni fu ono ma ubenya abrante friend Kingsley Coman so ono nso no Barcelona for ehwe we mu na option a optional air deals at Barcelona for ehwe dia to enya ade so ma go forward. But Abrante from Marcus Rashford, and then Luis Diaz, they went forward and they realized, say, a man still won't no muntimi into Rashford. Say, Ote, say, be a Barcelona for a go for a loan dealer, and Manenwa, they will spend somewhere around 5 to 10 million euros for Abrante, your friend Marcus Rashford. Now, man, can we hear you in the price? The Ember will send you say, is it going to be a good deal for Barcelona to get Marcus Rashford? And none may can't say move here, about Chelsea, any Liverpool. Says a player. That's all call Liverpool see na the positive nature of Liverpool team no. So what style of play ɛne ɔmo deɛ no ɛyɛ ɛfa the probability sɛ ɔba succeeding ɛyɛ very high nti so ya na meka so many things about Liam Delap ɛne Hugo Ekitike sɛ ɔmo no ne deɛ especially Hugo Ekitike na Liverpool fɛ no so ɔkɔ Liverpool team ni mu a ebetumi aboa ne because team no ɔkɔ mu no already it is surrounded with positivity. They won a major trophy this particular season, and they are looking for it. Say next season, far better than that, and they are having players. They are able to carry the team on their shoulders. Virgil van Dijk wechionum, Alisson Becker wechionum, Ubenya Branty a friend Alexis McAllister more, or Musho time and time again say Omon Ujamet for Nema or more, Umbetim the year Juma, Ubenya Branty friend Mohamed Salah who anymore. So clearly they are having some key players with team Nimua, a team Bois, into Obi or Bebiano, Kakrebia or the Becca on the letter effort to be put to Abiano, a Bebois, ama the performance now on them only giving say the style of play a best suited into Liverpool team no. And so here Marcus Rashford says, "I'm no concern. So far, Barcelona team now, the positivity surrounding the team is very high. And Makan will fear say, Barcelona ni mohonum no, they will need reinforcement. And to me, say and actually be because some more wingers no A2 per Lamia Rafinha. And so obeti say Marcus Rashford be team no one. Obeka say Marcus Rashford the year chef in hono nya the potential went me live up to the billing. But in a way, I am feeling like there are players at Barcelona for ideally or many warm. But right now, just like Mekano, Deco and Juan Laporta do not want to spend uselessly. They want to make good use of the amount Kakana or Menyano. It is a Marcus Rashford bar. For me, I feel say a bear some way somehow a good deal for Barcelona. Not the ideal signing and case or more, but so Benya Rashford because of the positivity and how Hans Dieter Flick all of a sudden, what any players a season around improve woman. I am feeling. Say Rashford 8 me abe team in a long way. A bit me accord the Abua Barcelona team no ankasa. Be a may starter, but then obet me add something a little to the Barcelona team, and especially Omoko for a loan deal. Nay, somewhere around 5 to 10 million euros. No, I think say Barcelona should do it. A Barcelona team no in a long way, despite given the fact that Papa friend Hans Dieter Flick ultimately improve players, and we know say Marcus Rashford Chassis and on yet that kind of a bad player. Marcus Rashford say quote me follow the way we see the potential kuta no the pie by and quote me follow that trend now. I think say nke Bianca Kele ni map Mudina Ebono, Vinicius Mudina Ebono. This guy should also be a part of it. So for me, I think there's a Barcelona or moon fork out that kind of huge sums of money for Marcus Rashford. Never a loan deal somewhere at 5 to 10 million euros. A very very good for Barcelona to do that deal. And then Julian Alvarez deal no for me. Over now, it is over. Barcelona for now no more senka meet me akofa Branton. I will say it here over because Bobo call from Atletico Madrid. I'm making sure some member BIA aware say omo to Branton £75 million and I say euros with 20 million add-ons. And only optional mean can say performance enhancement bonus na nation no. And if so a player and also a team na ba be fa Branty fen Julian Alvarez so team 2 years can in excess and sana Atletico Madrid for eja kwan aja na kwan na ba be count. So for me I think say Barcelona Branty fen Luis Diaz more and Julian Alvarez more na there enye good for him.
Okay.
And one Garcia story in Waka Madrid for air so meet me afano giving only say Andrew Lunin also likely so beko. And so free Madrid team anymore. The next option Bobo Kwafa Madrid. I imagine some Kwafa one Garcia, and I think so. Obey as Minkan said, deputy to Thibaut Courtois. Very very good for Madrid team, no. And Barcelona were looking to go in for Branty FN one Garcia, but the mate the problem between Wojciech Szczesny, see so mama na class or better now. Mark Andrew ter Stegen is still there, and Branty FN one Garcia and it falls like these two goalkeepers no one no. A bad day no etimia ba benye biada. But then say Andrew Lunin free Madrid oba be right next to Branty your friend Thibaut Courtois. So Branty FN one Garcia no. Now drain air shifted from Barcelona to Bobo your former Real Madrid. Now
What the Champions League and any other Champions League and so about this there was this message on the platform I think say you're well fixed for two of you. Okay. Because one represent Liverpool, one is not necessarily represent Liverpool but a supporter of the club, and one also is a supporter of the club. And there's this debate on a platform say between Ryan Gravenberch and Moises Caicedo. Meaning so much of a platform. A message be a union about also the Danes Edinson Cavani and see we are better boss address. Please run Gravenberch and Caicedo, who is the best defensive midfielder. But first complete way, you know. For submission we are actually boss. Okay, they're giving about 2 minutes of attention. Yeah.
Made this issue more a bite on it.
Okay. Into the answer.
Now, you call the UEFA Champions League. And ne all eyes Munich Stadium. Now, Powers, you see, this is going to be one particular game. Naked them who say, what are they asking? This is going to be one particular game. No predictable thing. Frankly speaking, no predictable. Very, very difficult. The reason being, say, so we're going into this final. The history behind playing finals at Munich Stadium, no. Favor the newcomers because we bear the 5th time I bought Champions League final at the Munich Stadium. A move for Nina boy, you know, a new teams and they making sure say or make me a trophy in the SEO. And the last one a month for the kind of panel was the game Olympic Marseille boy, and then Obekai Chelsea in Air Bahamanik and so dear. And look at the recent one, 2013. The first time at Chelsea, 8 the UEFA Champions League, DSU Omonaso, 2012-2013 season. And no any fresh our month with him. Even with that game, no can not buy Munich. No any stadium, no SABO here, but yet the new team in the shape of Chelsea going into the game, no being himself, offer statistics wise, any performance wise, the form guide of the two teams now. Not if you Boko form by Munich, but Chelsea against all odds, no 8 me kokoche. And yet again, people are having that kind of belief, say, PSG so a newcomer. Wako find a DB pen, but won't team in here. And to any newcomer to the trophy, no. Bia obetimi age this trophy the scene now so but also adeba konso e wo say Boboko from Inter Milan they know how to win this trophy more than Paris Saint-Germain because Omaye be paying 3 times on Omaye 1964 1965 and also 2010 with Jose Mourinho Omaye into going into a final PSG so chair say otimi ko do final akwa na and am so on GB then only that kind of mentality against Boboko a from Bayern Munich we all saw it Kingsley Coman only go etimi ma Boboko a from Bayern Munich G from onsem and they say the history behind these two teams ne there going into the final no bia woni say obeka because Inter Milan knows how to win it. And then Paris Saint-Germain is a newcomer. The history behind newcomers, Omoko this stadium, no, as half favor Paris Saint-Germain and so.
And there is this history too. And the last time now come him. The French opposition and the Italian opposition, in the Champions League. 1993 is the only time a club from Italy and a club from France Asia or Champions League. Omushia a called them a friend team in Olympic Marseille against AC Milan 1-0. Now Sunday you can watch them, and it happened on the same venue.
Just like
and the
yeah. And the Paris said the history in the a well balance for the two teams. Oh, can't watch them and things are over expected to see from the game. A well balance for the two teams. Now, the over year panel, the two teams no more carbon.
The game itself.
Yes, the game itself. The coaches on the touchline, and then the form guide of the players. Players being now when they go and get stuff, from Betmiak, I live up to the bailing. And the Minka said the possible battles are you're better expecting in this game. No, let's go into that one. Powers, so where the two coaches are, omuye tactically inclined, tactically disciplined coaches. So we will be to say Simone Inzaghi. We know say Obefa Inter Milan, a tactical discipline, and all the year Jumo team ni more abwa aman the success our chope Inter Milan in Saka because we all know Boboko from Inter Milan will build some identity. Obefa team no e dey ato the amomo we all know say na Inter Milan any team or fancy that kind of three back no but papa friend Simone Inzaghi by no we making sure say something which is inculcated into their DNA. And the player Biano Beba Inter Milan Biano is now aware of the kind of air system or mobile honum, say a three back, who may make sure so be fitting into that system. And why so many years since they say players now honum no, or be accustomed to it. And or you're tactically disciplined because so when the games so about any the players now they understand the instructions or the momo whenever they go on the field they make sure say they will live up to the bailing and answer the instructions are or their momo pay. And then you talk of Papa, your friend Luis Enrique. We all know from the days at Barcelona Edibabe PM Paris Saint-Germain. We all know how or tactically disciplined and also the man management skills with the players, no. So on your tactically disciplined, we know, and as we've seen it, how Osimi be hard on you. Even this particular season, Ousmane Dembele asami akawa hasi. So clearly you could see say this is a coach on one kasan or person who is stealing the plans in everything be obekobia. That is why Obe PMO Paris Saint-Germain were just a lot of big name players quite Amomako and on one kofa players relatively now because omoye unknown. Even because omoye known na ube green say bia omundu that kind of level. On the match, because so far William Pacho, one of the best defenders this particular season, no be and share that money deep. You go to the Midfield, who Vitinha, say Vitinha what Premier League at Wolves, though send an a performance they not that bad, but where the level our side Vitinha aqua, who be Joao Neves the same thing, Fabian Ruiz also Echo PMO Bobuko from Paris Saint-Germain the same thing. Over for a bit to say Bradley Bacola, Desiree Doué, these are players and then on top of it all no Dembele, what me making sure so Obama more form not pick up. And tactically, these are two coaches who are very disciplined and are strong with their kind of philosophy. On person go into that game and over these two coaches so Obiano I'll say so Obia see winner. Just the fact says Simone Inzaghi and Timinje the ultimate which is the UEFA Champions League nibinti. But we know say Simone Inzaghi has won a lot of trophies and Luis Enrique there and Yemen American asem waje treble crapping or say this particular season or Sade Boboko you from PSG ebetimi binti two coaches there tactically omo very much sound but going into the game the form guide of the two teams. Me for domestic Ember because the domestic Beckham PSG ebebo Inter Milan. Yes, because
Barcelona
yeah, I understand. We could the France now waje or Ligue 1 now waje. But on the other side, Bobo from Inter Milan and me and the ultimate na domestic league now fence But then these two teams, over PMO, the UEFA Champions League proper na yekana. They are two of the best teams on my performing this particular season in the UEFA Champions League. Into a form no at par. And the form guide between the two, clearly you see, say, or okay. But going into the game, key players being and no bet me taking the game on their shoulders, and the tactical battles being on the field.
Okay,
look,
key battles.
Yes, key battles near So we are brand friend the answer, and the geology the Naruma. Obien himself going into the final. Upe two goalkeepers or my bomb more did this particular tournament.
Yeah.
So the best goalkeepers are Mumienu na be Mubaku. Fufro be any HDB or Mienu na be Mubako. Where the defensive aspect nenswa. Open the two players are UEFA Champions League. My bomb more the year panswa. Ubenya Mienu also from these two teams. William Pacho, the performance in the UEFA Champions League has been exceptional. The same thing applies to Abrantia, your friend Alejandro Bastoni. On the way in the midfield, Obenya Abrantia, your friend Nicola Barella, all perform exceptionally well. Samson Abenya Vitinha, and so from Bobo from Paris Saint-Germain. Afron, we've seen what Marcus Thuram is doing. The same thing, Abrantia friend Ousmane Dembele, and so ye be the Paris Saint-Germain. And these players, Nedia, Omunyano, Obiawo, player Bia. When the going gets stuff for me to me call it upon her, obey a Jumandia Momo, but key battle about one person in Fidi. So, where Paris Saint-Germain particularly, Omo build omo game no, just like the last time. Na me a tactical analysis ne the actual no. Omo build omo game na. They make sure say omo be soki opponent ne pressure. Edi aba. No omo make sure say opponent ni nyaba na nim wi the loopholes obenya the half spaces in the midfield no. Omo utilizing those half spaces until they play their game through Abrantia. Your friend Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes, omo mane nkwa nanim bebre. Ombema onu mum na so keep pressure. No na build they up from the back with together with Abrante friend William Pacho and Marquinhos. And the time bia no omo build from the back. Uboso Ashafa Kimi beko nanim on the defense ne ho. And then they be hu say ade ni bi. And Abrante friend Nuno Mendes has been one of the best defenders, especially duels and as an encounter with Mohamed Salah and tells us everything. Mohamed Salah it tells us everything, and we know say on the key part for Bobo from Paris Saint-Germain because so Inter Milan so one particular player why threatening for the team Abrante friend Denzel Dumfries on also so one man on them and Denzel Dumfries and Abrante friend Nuno Mendes or better and then no the come out on top bia ne betimi aboa amane team awin and I feel say Nuno Mendes performance or they made this particular season, no, I am feeling so bet me put the brakes on a brand here. Your friend Denzel Dumfries because Denzel Dumfries, so man Kwanya, we've seen the kind of air effect on the game, and Nuno Mendes has always been showing said this particular season play Biana or the never on the side Biano or bet shutting the doors on him, and I feel say this battle say go in favor of Nuno Mendes. I bet a long way to propel Bobo from Paris Saint-Germain to have a bigger chance of winning this game, and then any more no. We are just hoping Paris Saint-Germain for especially they will just be hoping say Abrantia your friend Kivicha and I say Vicha Karaskilia any Abrantia your friend Ousmane Dembele on bet when you a game especially with Dembele how on the performance next year on say go offer or a very very poor say Dembele book game that's a go off when you need there or a very poor
and so because so defensively I saw on shadow are there a lot until when you grade A no offensively I say
unhuno enti say onyane grade A game now or a very difficult to stop ebasa ebe ha boboko from Inter Milan because of how we see a trickage and so our Inter Milan setup nso it favors them when omubenya striker or no be na agi so oba be defenders so ebasa Francesco Acerbi Alejandro Bastoni omu use omu physique no e the bully or striker no but here's the situation whereby PSG emma into the game with a pinpoint striker Ombeba with Dembele beko 18 boss nu apia ba ubo so beko left or beko right enti e be disturb the organizational make say defense and I say the defense of Boboko from Inter Milan or more organizational or be disturb omo. So for me I feel say this game no a game of two halves. For me I believe say PSG ebe dominate game in terms of possession on be dominate but the key moments of the game no most of them be falling for Inter Milan because on be so keep pressure no almost so keep pressure now on be making sure say Abrante friend Marcus Thuram any Lautaro Martinez on be fully fit say on bet me about this game no up front on mo lobe ball no from Chanoglu any make time on the come on on bet me hold their play no me making sure some be link up atwen Amadi Marco any Abrante friend Denzel Dumfries aba into on possession be bet yet on be create a lot of chances Paris Saint-Germain on mo hwe so mo bet me ahate o machi onum so mo call many ma sure no mo ro afi o machi. For me I think say with our Paris Saint-Germain omo team next year they look to me like a well-rounded team omo ye a trio honum animu midfield baby and that's omo some kind of
all-round team
and for me I believe say
o PSG team na so mo hwe dem hu baby as omo ye weak
because even Bakola form drop you nyina hu desire do a performance on game clearly who said the all barbe shame no and the all boni nyina
difference bi an shede
omo
nti na one na win.
For me I believe say because of how Paris Saint-Germain omo form na omo team na all round nti I am just feeling Ousmane Dembele would want to make a statement because of the Ballon d'Or. I am just feeling he will live up to the billing today for Bobo from Paris Saint-Germain. But it is not going to be that easy for PSG. But for me,
is the game way a better traveler for extra time and I say a winner in the 90 minutes?
I don't think so. Say a extra time.
A winner in 90 minutes.
I believe say Paris Saint-Germain will have the slight nod ahead of the game in the 90 minutes. Or beat me winning this game. A difficult do, but I feel Paris Saint-Germain beat me winning this game.
The people in Zagi. At now say Philippine Kumisa also be bima my head the multilingual Casano the frafra Italy kakra is oba but gentleman gentleman from penny for sequoia or son said wow so the mamia theory na practical and said no kuko let me people so there now so dia kuhu ye na ya to ase gentleman dental almost me fanto anim say bibia fa wo sen on oba ye be yama bibia efa wo sen no bia numu denti wa bakase bi ma se wo sen asekeka I say kura se dan no mesrew fo ani chemu ya hwe ya na yemiemiam ma na ho sanso nya den bibia efa wo sen ho se bia eduru a woda so a wonu won se ndoro bi ha wo no a etumi sesan wo sen kala nye smoking ko a ndoro ni bi tumi sesan wo sen kala wo sen ye white enei I say Ghana flag hu kokko kakra green kakra baby I share forest no mesrew obi ama wonchen obi anu nka so nsem ye ntan nanso ye ukasa sebe hadwen for any chemo changement dental everything was sent would any chemo ha ebeboa so tonsil glands kla no ay inflated ama when halitosis enum kankan kakra ba ye be ye ni nyina ma ɛwɔ yɛahwɛ yɛ gentlemen yɛka ne saa no obi wɔ a ɔte ne saa na ɔsɛ deɛ ma saa mɛpa apɔɔsen no apɔmɛsen because ɛka no bɛyɛ den wokɔ a wobɛhu sɛ ɔmobɔɔ so koraa nhyɛ da nyɛ den koraa ɛyɛ 0559 139582 0559 139582 wofrɛ line with Sabejo so Kumasi Abrepo Junction Total Filling Station actually would do any chim or bantam and I wana obey Samson a teachman share magazine quantimpona or the Kudrimono Accra you nungwa your sons for branch ewa atomic down Kofodia ye be police central police station pay Samson a takra the pipe and no traffic wa Tadisco Junction a horn I'll be and one saw be friend line or friend line and near true baby a ben war now one so won't work on near Kudin South so Filippo, family man, and Casa.
Let's start say with the Champions League.
Good.
Paris Saint-Germain against team Inter Milan. May from the round of 16, Mitsnafia, the executive producer Mr. Waki evidence to whatever I said about Paris Saint-Germain. Even when they played against Liverpool, I predicted some be Liverpool team name because me who a lot of weakness in Liverpool, but me who weakness in Paris Saint-Germain. Omu team ne de no credit ba kope wo ka weakness a ene no matena fie adwen ho ahwe omu games bebree minim weakness omu wo say the whole of Europe no wo ka team this season waje normal trophies at Paris Saint-Germain wo ko France omu bought about 3 competitions Trophée des Champions Ligue 1 na that is omu bought Ligue 1 Trophée des Champions ensemble omu asan bought Coupe de France Coupe de France est the FA Cup in France. Ligue 1 est the Premier League in France. And then the Trophée des Champions, that is the Super Cup in France. And here I know what I say. Team Paris Saint-Germain, AGBBI of France. In another idea, come say so complete, or that is omu trophy cabinet. You know, is this trophy the Champions League? And going into this final, no, they are the favorite for the Champions League. But mind you, finals of such nature, no. A young town favorite team so your favorite bebrisa. See me come on ye pa. Finals of such nature and town favorite team so your favorites. Mamin ko MCR ho. Na omo mame 2006 World Cup finals. Italy versus that is France. Italy and France no. Uni ma dey win World Cup final no Edema France.
Say Binimo say
we need my Italy.
Binimo say Zidane incident.
The headbutts between Zidane and Marco Materazzi. Sa headbutts no and we need trophy no Edema Italy. But before then game no na France na favorite so moji the World Cup.
One say proud to the World Cup no come favorite and em fa Italy count.
Yes. They were not even favorite.
That time no now because of the Calciopoli. Ama Italy players no one say na nye Zambruta no we free Italy. Ako Johnny Barcelona. The new Fabio Cannavaro of Italy. Ako Johnny Real Madrid. And Tinama Italy players no but at the tournament, who said they had a very solid team.
They were the best team.
Buffon in post, Zambrotta on the right side. Na Ubenya left side, na Fabio Grosso. Initially, Nanka left side, na ye. Your friends, Materazzi na ye oba left.
Yeah,
left side.
Normally, yeah.
Central defense ni ye.
Marco Materazzi ni Fabio Cannavaro.
Nanka ye your friends saying Cannavaro. Any Alexandro Nesta. Yeah. But Nesta on sudden fit beginning of the tournament. Nan komo di Gattuso ejina omanim e wo midfield
as the DM.
No nya Vincenzo Yakinta on the right.
Otamba from the bench.
Alberto Gilardino,
any Lucatoni. To some extent a Francesco Totti.
Andrea Pirlo.
Any Moro
Camoranesi, Argentina,
he was the warrior. At the tournament, you know, he was my best defensive midfielder. Oh yeah, Germany.
But
when those players in your from invincible wars.
Yeah.
Omujina game where you home. We Arsenal team no me the invincible years the most important player. Nanya Thierry Henry and your Robert Pires, but rather was Gilberto Silva.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Germany in Abaya Mbonidi. Chelsea team Nigeria Champions League. The best player was N'Golo Kante. But Yenka N'Golo Kante. Yeka your share go no Kai Havertz. No share go no winning Champions League no. Into the year 2006, the Champions League, the World Cup final was won by Italy because of the headbutter Zidane, Edema Marco Materazzi. Now, I'm going to call back again. I'm going to fast forward. 2018, Kiev, It was Liverpool and Real Madrid. That final, Sir Real Madrid found back kind of crash, or Sir Prince back kind of crash. Liverpool were huge favorites against Real Madrid in that final. But there was a dark arts, and Obi winning game Real Madrid, and your players on Michel goals. No, it was Sergio Ramos. Oyi Mohamed Salah free mu pe Liverpool omotai na adwo.
Or dislocating the shoulder no.
Inti the finals of that Champions League no was won by Sergio Ramos. Ramos in a mini game no. Obu Mohamed Salah nsem no pe eno ano that this is the video and this and one more screen no. Look at the idea Mohamed Salah when a winning game ma Real Madrid. Inti wadi be friend dark arts and omo munim ye pa Italian teams. Omo nim ye chen obi a. Omo na ban say ye dark arts a. Me who the obesre Italy for no. And then I say Italy for no. Omo tie na adwe kakra. Unim say Inter Milan team na won. Because the Italians sign a home.
Okay.
And
because as soon as can mbehwem say
Italians sign away Inter Milan currently.
Because Jan Sommer in Italian.
Sommer Swiss. Now right back Denzel Dumfries Dutch Netherlands. Now left back in Dimarco Italian. Now Achebi and Bastoni Italians. Inti Italians is saying
3 Ewechiro.
Now over midfield now Barella Peno Italian.
Nicolo
Barella. Now Chalhanoglu a
Turkish.
Now Ubenya this boy Mkhitaryan or Armenian. Ubenya Brent here friend Ubenya Enrique Mkhitaryan Barella Peno Italian in the midfield. Now who attack wa Obianya Italian. Lautaro Martinez Nebra Marcus Thuram omo Italians. Even the backup Joaquin Correa Mediterranean any Marco Arnautovic obianya Italian and na ma make that cut no still message through so me more parameters with which you are in this game.
Okay.
But since you were Italians woman play very good at dark arts Achebi ono pe Bastoni very good with that but then Achebi diano pro max Achebi won single-handedly knocked out Barcelona. That game no muyi Barcelona free muno. It was Achebi who did that. And
okay.
Who bench wa there is this boy Fratesi, Davide Fratesi, who is also an Italian. Aslani cry Albanian, or Italian. Christian Aslani, or Italian or Albanian. It's a game no, omuno be that cat no. The only player I may watching out for Francesco Achebi. Ono pe me fi say Okrasa Italy esunsum ene honhom na yede bo final until so that cat be pm a yen watch out for Francesco Achebi so betumi na that cat in this game and we Paris Saint-Germain mo attacking 3 na Ousmane Dembele Desire Doué ene Vincha Kvaratskhelia omo nyina omo go omo ye very good omo ye flamboyant say yen bobo ye move with the ball because omo ye too gifted and talented omo ye nim ball no boss ye for ball nto na yembo but then omo nya din sa Ousmane Dembele for instance what can send me no ya adwen pa ne weakness and say so Lucy ball na or zero or add anything when he's defending only any defensive prowess bia that is Ousmane Dembele but so Krabo na no who the best out of him your players bia motesa player be say Rafael Leao ye body di bebre e wo Italy but dia Rafael Leao enim ye pa no say onje ball on short players but say ball no ni nchen no onko for tackle no onko winning ball he's very poor a player that is Rafael Leao into game na beto dwa no say we Dakar na Italians no ade omo wo bi che French for Dakar now on the game message for the tactical battle na me the man no to so mame Obed the tactical battle na me the man Obed and I say make one semenu ni we Paris Saint-Germain current team na almost strength pa ye almost flying wingers no Vincha Kvaratskhelia and Desire Doué now omo mienu no ade omo ni me pa no say omo crowball na omo a lot of options from the middle now we Paris Saint-Germain midfield 3 now Abrentia we Paris Saint-Germain midfield 3 now Ruben Neves Yao Neves that is Ruben Neves and then the bra Vitinha ade omo ni me pa no say yen control the tempo and the pace of the game. Now Fabien Rui the eye I call him Mr. Visionary. He's the vision of the Paris Saint-Germain midfield. And look at a very good weight. He's more or less the Xabi Alonso of this team. He's the Xabi Alonso of Paris Saint-Germain.
Okay.
But Vitinha any Yao Neves no I do money me pa say for born into one yambo. On be short to say sia. On money mbo chen. Untumi ni omumbo. Into me say Portugal when you blessing in disguise Yao Neves any boy for Vitinha no any good coach be best slot to straight into the Portugal national team straight Omunya bench warmers, Omun coming from the bench. These are the two S Omu for Portugal. And you know, that is one strength of Team Paris Saint-Germain. Now, Hakimi Achraf, the reason why Eta Kanasem said, one of the best left backs in the game, and to me, he is my best left back. And say, show me the weakness of Hakimi. Say, and defend it, he is there.
Right back.
Young join the attack.
On the right side of defense,
right.
yeah.
Young join the attack, he is there. And the movements, he is always right there in the right time and in the right moments.
Okay.
He is a moment reader. He is very good in getting into right spaces at the right time. That is the boy Hakimi Achraf. Now there is another thing so I say in review. Now what for Inter Milan team now? And then Federico Di Marco and Denzel Dumfries. So when we a game against Barcelona, anytime we are near the ball is see because Barcelona have two flying wingers, Rafinha and Lamine Yamal. And Rafinha and Lamine Yamal, the Lamine Yamal of team Paris Saint-Germain desire do. And the Rafinha of Paris Saint-Germain, boy Vicha Varaskilia, the boy from Georgia. These are the two guys. And almost telling in our pair. Into no try say exploiting spaces of Di Marco and Denzel Dumfries. Denzel Dumfries, woman too much timer. Obey Biletzello. He is a very good player when going forward. And the reading of the game and the IQ no ever so. And I call him the best cutback player. Young for one cutback. On him watching ubia. That is the ball Denzel Dumfries. Instead Denzel Dumfries is calling him. That's a cutback. That is one area makes Paris Saint-Germain. But Paris Saint-Germain is antidote to Denzel Dumfries, and that boy is Nuno Mendes. This season in the whole of Europe, Walker left back, sir. Omaye ever present and very consistent. Boy and friend Nuno Mendes. Nuno Mendes has been evergreen this season. And when you're in a game, and me and Yam want to say Champions League, Walker team of the season, Paris Saint-Germain, Nuno Mendes, even make it team of the season. Federico Di Marco, o prior, I feel I recover, but the sharpness no any was and one bet me one weakness of team Inter Milan. Me mom dear means Rona maker. Me who say be game no. Now trophy no air conference. Mr. Paris Saint-Germain are favorite to win to lift the trophy. Italians no, I didn't miss Ropa that cat no. But my remedy that cat in the bit me a Chebi and a Bastoni.
The referee no be was center no.
Is Vankovacs.
On to me in play a new role because of this a year or the history also 2 times with the European final. I mean club football final. That was Roma against Feyenoord. Roma against Feyenoord. That was a Europa League final. 2022. Yes. Roma won 3-0. And then 2024, another it was a Conference League. Atalanta against Leverkusen. And also Atalanta winning. And this is the 3rd time will be the final. And there is another Italian involvement in playing new role.
And the Paris for also can say this is no more crucial game against Liverpool. So referee winning the Anfield.
Okay.
No more winning by 1-0 call penalties. Eko yi Liverpool for no free mo. The work can be no ya dream pa. Sometimes I know man ho. But media me who say Papa we ya odi referee no is Vankovacs. So no me can say. Say no ma me German, Papa ye Hungarian. But because of residency, and you cry Romanian passports. Because it's a Cluj na poker. When you're 40 years,
40 years.
Very or you're apt. You can so be a cry egelaya. This is the referee.
Then you're fast.
Hey, or you're smart. What kind of Howard Webb? Once upon a time, the best referee in Europe.
Retired police officer.
Bra, Akwani is smart. But media in refereeing, me go to there. It would always be Pierluigi Collina.
Yeah, of course.
He's the goat of referees. Yenfa referee beyond to Collina ho. Yenya Marcus Meck. Yenya Horacio Elizondo. Yenya in recent time coaches said about Felix Wayamo are all coming through. But then no. Collina there, primus inter pares, only competitor. This referee is very apt. But Paris Saint-Germain, who game no more bono, and was she, and now Misro, and my team Inter Milan. Say Inter Milan, the dark arts. But then say, Bibi so, game no more. Bibi say, the moment is right for Luis Enrique and the Paris Saint-Germain. Champions League CAF.
A CAF Champions
yes.
League.
2 coaches in Yano. Omo foreign coaches. Coach for our team that is Sundowns, Portuguese. I friend Miguel Cardoso. Now coach o coach Pyramids. Kuroslav Jucic. But West here he's a Eastern European that is a manager. Into no emphasis in how Oba manage game no very well. Oba South Africa, the Loftus Versfeld Stadium no, we in the game no very well. When Olusi by a goal to 0, our game we thought say it was done and dusted. No, it was at the 90+ minutes. Now Brent's friend Walid El Kati. About take another team pyramids, and yeah, I'm a game way like as a paradigm no can shift in favor of the Egyptian club, and say over Africa when is still depending on the aggregates. On your 0-0 crowd trophy no. Okay, Africa the answer.
Or the away goal rule.
Away goal rule is still Africa. Into CAF there no, away goal rule. Into so your 0-0 crowd trophy because of course South Africa the Loftus Versfeld Stadium no. What happened was game ended 1-1. Into no edge over Mamelodi Sundowns. But Mamelodi Sundowns manager, my friend Miguel Cardoso, would have to be smart. Meno, I don't trust in Atu Saleh, the boy from Brazil. Minjini Nisa. Meno, I wonder why I ombo Peter Shalulile. Now constantly obo Atu Saleh. In the first leg, obo Atu Saleh. But Atu Saleh and Matis. Now, and then it's over Boni. Game me Ochina 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Ron Williams bedem. Now, right back, Robo Mosa Lebusa. Honorable right back. Now, Kulisa Mudau, and our branch here from the Grant Kakana, ever form a back 3. And so our ball that is right wing back and a left wing back. Right wing back in here, Obre Mudiba, and our branch here from Lucas Ribeiro from Brazil. Now in the middle, no, I want the Germany in our MR18 Sundowns. Marcelo Allende from Chile, and our branch here from Teboho Mokwena. Now in attack, Tashrik Matthews. Ikram Reyners, but see on the South Africa phone in no eka won sembebre the presence of Atu Saleh made me who positive bear from him on him born no because I'm a Brazilian and the fact that I'm Brazilian this is a final a game the only win no more team Sundowns pyramids they on board draw crowd qualify and as about draw crowd get trophy no but for pyramids no once the Sun style no or on a team Sundowns second boy was South Africa no Sundowns never born in but Michelle. Now, okra 2 of the deadliest attackers. Our branch friend, that is Fiston Mayeli from DR Congo.
Yeah, Fiston Mayeli.
Ibrahim Adel in the game. Or Walid El Kati. But mind you, there is a Burkina Bay, Ibrahim, that is a branch friend, Ibrahim Blatiture. And obey the first Burkina Bay, so I just rough way out, watch the CAF Champions League as a captain. As a Van Dijk Premier League, you know, as a Dutch. Been a player from Ibrahim Toure, probably should Team Pyramids win this tonight, and that's what China against Team that is Mamelodi Sundowns. Now, mind you, in terms of goalkeeping, no, they have an experienced goalkeeper, a 34-year-old, in the person of Ahmed El Shanawi. One, the strength of Shanawi is commanding or a very commanding. Send defenders a committee or very good at dead balls. The aerial and flight judgments are apt. Say judge corners, free kicks near Diano or very apt with that. He hardly do mistakes. Or a goalkeeper be a bad game pass over or a mistake. Me follow Egyptian football no. Kakra me wanna say apart from Esam El Hadri no. To some extent, and then goalkeepers neighbor, the national team number 1 for Egypt are currently or Ali number 1. Mohamed El Shanawi. And then Ahmed El Shanawi is also a very good goalkeeper. And he's a vintage wine. The more he ages, you know, the better he becomes. That is the goalkeeper I'm looking out for. Game, you know, Pyramids, Preso Benye 0-0. But a more deadly attacker in Fiston Mayeli who can change the contest. And Walid El Kati, born as a mob member, Ubehana was show. And now Miss Roma Sundowns, you know. But Sundowns going to Egypt, you know, or my be paying. Egypt and Emma team Mamelodi Sundowns. And the reason is very simple. They went to Egypt and defeated the best team in Ali. And this season, where South African teams, you know, are all over in Africa. Stellenbosch every semi-finals of the Confederations Cup. And then Ali Sundowns almost do finals of the Champions League. And the team my friend Orlando Pirates almost do the semi-finals of the CAF Champions League. So meaning says South African teams, you know, have done exceptionally well.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of the Brazilians, Mamelodi Sundowns. But Pyramids for no Mubo Egypt no na Misro Kakra.
Me da say no Philip Nkumisa. Filippo ana dodo na efre no udu tadi dia or fans wo hopa. Ale mama yengure na say ye be fight odds no. But before no ye nua ba kon the message bia ba ye nhwe na ye ma no ye ndi hu komo kakra. mention I mean read na say principal address quick na fi yamra you know so Edison Cavani or say please don't forget my statement to boss and then that statement is that or say please Gavinbeck and Calcido, who is the best defensive midfielder. Ebinuma started your margin on that one. Or say Calcido is the grandmaster of midfielders. Chelsea for life. Anyway, objectively, between the two.
Yeah, with these two players, no, my can't say same way pain. This particular season, I am person my team or born home in general, but because we individual any team or born home. So this season in the whole of Europe, for me, I'll keep saying this: there is no better defensive midfielder in Europe than Moises Caicedo.
Oh, Samu.
There is no better defensive. Maybe also we're making while making an argument between Liverpool and Chelsea, and I said Gravenberch and Caicedo. But for me, I will expand it and say there is no better defensive midfielder in Europe than Abrante friend Moises Caicedo. And the reason is simple. Mechanics Caicedo didn't know Bonidi, but enlarging this argument near we are narrowing it down near Fambra. Defensive midfielders no quite come once no money here for.
Maybe because the entire can say and come because Caicedo rule no play no. If you pick the PSG team, why not directly within the better to know?
Wouldn't me no be a direct loading better to. You see the point here. Anything I'm catching say, let's expand it and narrow it down. Defensive midfield is what he's asking. One Musa the best midfielder. Defensive midfield and defensive midfielder crowd the Jumane Diahe. On our best team in front of the defenders. Sometimes you set the tone of the game, and most especially a bigger job as we say, obey the strategic opponent attack to your team. Winning tackles, duels, making sure say team biana on your mobile, and as a player bia on your mobile or effective no, ube take that player out. And that is the job of a defensive midfielder. Now, yemfa Gravenberch the Ember, you are not bia ye baby more.
Oh, some Emren Tranka you expand argument in there, Anka. That rule no why mo why nanka obe
omo abeka so omo ye say adwuma no omo ye ni Ode Moses Caicedo beba. For me, I wouldn't even include Abrante friend Ryan Gravenberch.
Names are
Abrante in England, Honor Idrissa Gana Gay for Everton.
Okay.
Obebo obi ti say Bruno Guimaraes for Newcastle. No about be for Chelsea. Abrante friend Moses Caicedo na e kan ho asem. No akwa Abrante friend Casemiro. And then you go to Boboko from Nottingham Forest. No, Akofa Elliot Anderson.
Man City one yes, I
Man City right now, it should have been Rodrigo. But Rodrigo no. And most of the time, they are Kovacic na. But Kovacic, we all know, say, or a proper defensive midfielder. And Nico Gonzalez no, Omukofa ne buy, and also a proper defensive midfielder. Ne no, setting the tone of the game nemkwa. So for me, someone like in England, no, there is no one
Obebu midfield
work no.
Obebu obi England.
England and media be my Obed. So betting the atoso so amiensa no the baby on fantasy. So I heard the tackles of Abrante friend Caicedo, and I say in England, players or munim tackle pana. Abrante friend Caicedo, etoso 5. Yes, Caicedo toso 5, and over the numbers are 114 no make here. Offer duos on so or toso 3. Listen to this, duos or toso 3, 236, and then omo possession, winning possession for their team. Moises Caicedo in the side kind. So it clearly tells you say offer the defensive midfield role. Juma es omonya na Caicedo etope, and also one of the first 5. England honum tell you say in overall no okay can percentage boma Caicedo in the lead and extended to Europe, and I think say why can Abeka so a defensive midfielder I'd never compare Vitinha is not a typical defensive midfielder, and to won't mean funny and yet direct comparison.
Inter Milan there
Inter Milan ubenya Hakan Chanoglu. But Hakan Chanoglu is not your normal defensive.
It's more of a offensive.
Yes, anything I make actually say, and no kwano you can't defensive midfield now. Why like
Barcelona ya Gaviana. So
Barcelona na Marc Casado. And they say now Abrante Frankie de Jong there. But this season, can someone tell me say Frankie de Jong has been better than Moises Caicedo? the team Barcelona performed better, but Frankie de Jong a later part of the season and when you the starting berth ni mu owura time bi na ofri bench na eba any injuries ha na adwen. So for me I think that Moises Kai said the defensive midfield.
Just a minute on this.
On the same
on the same issue. Person me clarify sometimes you know I wonder when we compare oranges and mangoes Ryan Gravenberch is never a defensive midfielder. Onye defensive midfielder. Inti yenyin fi.
Inti Liverpool
defensive midfielder. A system. Prince tactically inclined. Inti no let's settle this argument here. Paris Saint-Germain team number 1, there is no defensive midfielder. Yakasa defensive midfielder sir. Omo reinvented defensive midfield. Claude Makelele. Reinvented defensive midfield. Omo defensive midfielders no. In the Premier League, even there are clubs, a lot of clubs defensive midfielders. Frankie de Jong cry can ask him. De Jong cry only defensive midfielder. The role now De Jong mo born your friend mezzala in Italian. You can so be a mezzala. Mezzala no do say no control the tempo and the rhythm of play. Into Ryan Gravenberch, Liverpool you due to the system now and slot airborne. On what this season one good defensive midfielder. Obi and Keso say Juma no call in Fabinho. When Fabinho call they wanted Caicedo. Surprise back here. Liverpool almost signed Caicedo. Omo we crowd Chelsea see the boy and say on one say or person about team Chelsea. No call Chelsea. Into Liverpool team no. Currently there is no defensive midfielder. Into Andrea Pirlo back as well. Andrea Pirlo boy with Claudio Marchisio or boy with Paul Pogba. At Juventus. That Juve team now, a big GD in 2017, no? It was Pogba, Marchisio, and Andrea Pirlo. Pirlo, that's not defenders' name. Those players, we call them the mezzala. So Gravenberch is a mezzala. He's not a defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
But the only defensive midfielders are realistic. Idrissa Gana game.
Okay.
It is a principle.
Medasipa, and no, Filippo ne Sir Prince mo ana mejiri se yenu Edinson Cavani on the Facebook dia opeti no wate yambra ye bet also so na ye na ye move on kwenem betway bet influencer anti ana ye kwakofa ye betting also this morning there amu kan nyina ne se bet ne de obehye ubetwa ne mo mate ba ko ne se so wo hye na wutwam pa wo wi a ukos no na wache wa mo bi so ayusu wo che de mankrofo na nkofo nso ayisu course no e de atwabi na the more na nkofo de betting course e de twa no the more na also unyisika esan said de obi abayisu bia no ubenya 4% de obi abetwa bia no wo 4% of it just simple. This is the smartest, the easiest and the most simplest way to make cash our Ghana. Betway also terms and conditions apply and of course regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Filippo, yankwe.
Betway also Getway more. Your quotes in A2 because of the Champions League and the CAF Champions League, you know. Quotes no A2. Now TNA pa. Mo here TV no your quotes no at the screen so. Your first code 1EE 1EE 4E 533 1EE 4E 533. Now let me take that again. 1EE 4E 533. That's our first code. Now your second code ni 1EE 36D1A. Now let me take that one again. 1EE 36D1A. That's our second code. So let me repeat the codes once more.
Okay.
Now 1EE 4E 533. Now your second code 1EE 36D1A. I'm assuring you, acha by Sunday 5 p.m. there. No bia S3. Betway or say Getway more. Betway or say Getway more. Boy, the other bed Jimmy body. For Jimmy bottom anyway danta. Sika here, me say abrabona ebone iska. I dey be shime pa na say medi here.
Nye sika nka ya sorry the suma beta akwan sa.
Betway.
Azuka bra eba nre
na woni mama betway asese o abrabo.
Oda so butu ya no sika ya. Beta say I say, and no, Filippo and so no, but Montreal your platform and so the Abaya or Ma when you know meeting me after free ho. Pedro Maldina Cruz for message in a far platform the Sobra. Sompa 93.1 on Facebook and Kenkai. What drink training here, pa. Pedro Maldina Cruz. I see PH1, Inter Milan 2. Indiana's Palace Kumasi Tanoso Kesben Junction is the main location hall now dear free Abba Sansona Virgin Mensa Chelsea. Or say watching you live from Akrokeri Douglas Autry or say more fire teacher constitution or say we thank Liverpool for signing Jeremy Frimpong. They should continue signing quality players so that Liverpool can dominate the EPL and Europe. Greetings to Honorable Mavis in Cancer Bwedu and Coca, teacher constitution Edia or the Abba and no Alisha phone mamina Deni. Okay, yeah, here's a yebetwa messages and so. But I can't drinking water in super padano, me see in show way more than just water. A ye druanasa, a sunset in Shrubia ni Ghana ha, Ubenuma, Ubenya alkaline ebeboa. A benny fat and as a bad fat who wouldn't pediano, Sardia adukro, MNA, your flu food shedishi, with Fika cracker, Miss Row, one kangen drinking water, alkalino, ebenani sa, sardinina, edia food, nimpediano, 2. A sansukra, a calcium, wouldn't say calcium, a bois, a mondumpim a yetain. What I say, whack, Casobe Bomuno, Yasam Ketwa, and the calcium a strong, and Yasam Ketwa, Ubenya iron, egum, Ubenya potassium, Ubenya magnesium, Nina, a iron, and a patroninano, a mineral, a wo in sunimu, umpewe, now pedian, kangen. Drinking water, the best airway drama show for all event occasions. Go for the best. Go for Kangen drinking water. You check out Bremen UGC, Tafuni Road, about Road Junction, so Obasan Sway. O Pedudu Tour, 0241 44 9191 0241 44 9191. Offer line we so I bet also na Yanwa Kasana Bibian so etimakosu. Filippo. We're droning ye, Filippo, we're droning ye, Mr. Q, where you bema, why you weak, a one passo, one may draw way beer, said the obesi, I was so hono, Sabio, Obesan Confa, ya tupada, a de guneso, Ube Charon for Sate, a Mr. Q, and near Trono, West Pains, any knees problem, not just so go to Dre, Usisi. And what better, there be a your joint and mim, and medum perum your day, low libido. And also Adiabako Ebufu net no Bema or Siminia Tinka and the Okawari Yedane, Mr. Wada and Ginger Obano, no Mr. Q, no for Bedruma, the Shum, no Fifre Toe, and Yasam Ketwa, premature ejaculation, not just a opre, Nanso and Che, no way sunny, premature ejaculation no, Nina ye dra, your friend Mr. Q, Unumbia, Ubeye Juma, aye do ni ho ekra de aka ho hunchun capsules eno so ye dura aba na beboa na prostate problems ni nyina da etuase ama ma won so ho ato nimpa edu de soma utumi de nso be se enan enum ensia ansanade achen masa ye de dro ben anasa catheter beto bemem enche kra kope edura ifense hunchun capsules araba vaccine pill obabi ho abosuma swin osusa ayesa ne mame anasa ne papa ene frim mesawa da so nya araba vaccine pill bia the offense menstrual pains ebetu ase amount infertility in women oba won so no I say untumi mfefuru poor blood circulation that just obosome no sukura na moja ne ntumi nni afuru sane yentino emma sexual frigidity in women lack of orgasm Filippo Chiremu Trie na me lack of orgasm in
Oba bibia mu na say oda ho nate oda ho
oda ho satabo no
on say oba oni atinka
I say timedua
oni atinka
o pusa say no da so da ho
oba ne den oni atinka
aden no yesa no nkwa no kuto no so no yesa aden ni nyina no onum araba vaccine tablet bia ebetu sa ha nyina se e de afiri ho ubenya atinka ho beya o dese gogome umpewe na opedien eduro no hunchun capsules Mr. Q and araba vaccine pill friend number we so ne nin komo 0244 275 429 0244 275 429 wo friend line we so a ye beto so na ye din komo na bibia so etum aye kama emma ni nyina Orlando Emani nyina Orlando ejekum Blankson watena se fanboy bibia ebokode
powers here me adom bibia eboko
good wusu awo jeme ana wonya jeme kura no
ni nyina ka nipa bra
ni nyina ka bra bodo ho enwano no watching you live from Obuase Emranche Hene clothing Obuase we Emranche Hene Danny boy one out the message we enso the abreye some passport no wa train bibiri onso udin at the court ahinkan udin wo the abreye no owusu ansa George yato nka ewo ho sanso na akwesi brefo watching you live from UK Leeds ehona na odi efraba Crespo all the way from Fufu PSG will win their first ever UEFA Champions League tonight against Inter Milan. Greetings to Owusu Bempa of Inshaeso and Samuel Boachi Yadom, SBY of Bosomtrain, Ahona Odiefraba. Fantastic presentation by all standard with emojis of fire. Way Julius Caesar all the way from Winneba College of Education. Gaga Minu or some more fire. We are waiting for the coach Abadada until no one someone know. As a Barca fan, I'm supporting Inter Milan tonight because of the Ballon d'Or. One so a gaga na Tesla GH or some more fire. Douglas Costa or say keep up the good work. Sanso and Yenya Ozel Gaton Council Oho Ko Crazy di Frakuka Mo also watching you live from Akuka Amo. Inter Milan will beat PSG 2-0 high to Marflo of Asante Bekwai, Abodom and Audie Free Abba, Evidence Boy, or say please today we need the coach Abadada, Ajenib Giovanni, or say more fire, Lucrative, wants to say more fire, Emmanuel Crantain, Emmanuel Crantain, or say my name is Emmanuel Crantain from Kwewu Ankuma, but now I'm in Kumase Bekwai, listening to you live on Facebook. Keep up the fire burning. Emmanuel Crantain wants so odiano. Another powerful presentation from the Power Man Emma Power. You guys are doing a great job. Yao Sebe of Gospel Oak Barbering Salon, opposite Amekoma Himfie. Asante Kotoko will surely beat Mediama tomorrow. Come support the team with emojis of fire. Watching you live from the Gospel Oak Barbering Salon, opposite the Kandahar Sports, Amekom, and also or the Abba. PSG will win the Champions League tonight. Mark my words. Where you ask it, Joe. I didn't say Cavani. We message in your kind a year through Achimudada. All days. Or see, good morning. Watching you live from Inshuayem in Quanta. Please update me on Florent Vit transfer from all days. Inshuayem Quanta. And now you catch yourself Florent Vit. Do you know? Almost done. Boss, nothing can stop PSG from winning the Champions League tonight. From winning the Champions League trophy tonight. Where you ask Joe. Welcome everyone. Solid analysis from Sir Prince. 1000%. Kingsford Akon. Dembele will prove why he deserves the Ballon d'Or this season. No a message sa bia abanu Kofi Owusu achirem yate wonka enso ho anafi mu amaka dodwana enso ho yedi unkomo. Some passports papa, you people are doing a great job. God continue to bless you guys. More fire. Say Owusu amofa Emmanuel. We a message sa abebedru a Facebook platform so ebi na ye free wo a very short commercial break yeba na abebetwa so Orlando enya tena se enti eno eye telecell cash dia telecell for ekani nyanse hwase na yusu telecell sim no na wo yusu a send sika komadofo wo send no na chese yente okra. So download Telecell Play app from the Google Play Store. Now the Senisika are free. And one is over dial star 110 hash. Now they are Senisika or send the keke. Yato crown to different network and also other networks. No, yes, kitwebi and the abetiwo umpewi now pedien Telecell na or send the keke. Ola
powers
ekwema da ho yenkwe yenin komo.
Powers yansanso nchia yetiefo ene yahwefo nyina embra the final lap jumadi ne so efisem ebre no era so no ejekum Blankson Junior obetimi afremi Orlando ene no Ghana yesan so ejina akono biem ye TNT meche Trinidad and Tobago enti mama me Ghana any TNT no nothing so yanya intentem so and the stories no edoso ye papa enti no MCF no moma mohonya na momwai yes enti ene da screen so 11:30 ya and a game no enso eba so ewo G-Tech stadium honum and a game no eba so 11:30 ya na game na eba so no ade se ehon sem bebre ewa ha moma me Black Stars final training. Yes, Black Stars final training na Endra omonso etimi ahead of game NA omni Trinidad and Tobago and so no ebebo no entino final training no na eda screen ni so a onso otimi ehwe bi kama na momami Otuado and afen so Steven Apia and Michael Essien. Yes, Endra Essien and Steven Apia and so Echo Camp okay 2006 year kwa your first World Cup na chese emrantia omugina na sempanyimfo miensen omunyina na omuhye Jesse ejamo edema Ghana enti ene Otuado a ohemfimfin no ono head coach and so edema the Black Stars of Ghana offense mama me Apia ene Michael Essien Essien ene Jordan Ayew yes captain of the side Endra Essien so enya abutre Asia Jordan Ayew kama onini didi nkomo bia no omuwie no and afen so omo visit team na kasenti mama me Apia and so any Essien visit na omo de koma Black Stars na afen so yenhwe nkomo a omo kodi chomo short one emba yenko.
Yeah, so he's the main character. He's the main character.
Okay, guys, like I said before, we have some high visitors, real legends live here, just to wish us the best. Oh, look at them, Later I will show you some videos from them, then you see what I mean. But you know them. They're big guys. We're really honored to be visited by them. It's always a pleasure when they meet us, when they visit us. And we thank them for coming here, joining us, giving us the support. Really thank you for that. Poncho.
No, boys, no, just a quick one to to pass through and say hello and wish you guys all the best for tomorrow's game. All right.
Today I don't have anything to say. Get ready, play like the way you play in the second half, and we'll be laughing at the end.
Enti eno Steven Apia and afen so Michael Essien and Endra omuremu Black Stars camp na we no na short message and omonso de mamo Essien echemu padia oba say oba besram rantie no and so and Steven Apia ekache om say ene game a ye ni Trinidad and Tobago ebebo aka be sesima duonu nkunu na game na chance no de omo no second half against Nigeria no omo boss ha ene omo be win game no and so Otuado and so enye introduction kacham say we di omo ye legends akesepa na brepam no meyi omo videos and so etimi achem na matimi ahu hawa etie na Black Stars lineup Otuado ede starting against TNT Trinidad and Tobago no Lawrence Atizigi and a goalkeeper Gideon Mensah Gina Akensi anymore Stephen Ambrosius and offensive Caleb Irenchi and Abu Francis Razak Simpson Ibrahim Sulemana and offensive Lawrence Ejekum Christopher Bonsuba Jordan Ayew as a captain and Muhammad Hussein Gaddafi when him rantie Dubakwa almost sha Kensi na say Eddie ama the Black Stars of Ghana ntino they say for the first time goalkeeper Benjamin Asare ebe start game no and so from bench into me say wasisa team ni mu pa ewo ene enso e game ni ewo hono nti eno Black Stars won sema ye dey to dwa Endra they say Black Queens enso ebo anyakufa Kensi against Ivory Coast I can say ne ba na wie no obia ehye ne nyonko eka miensa so ewo hono na momma me Abdul Rashid Abrantewe and so making record and so on the chess record da ho azamati recorder na ɛda hɔ as a 100 meters fastest runner no wa break his record no enso ɛwɔ hɔ no ma sisi ano abrante we ɛna ekuta records nim sɛ ɔyɛ the fastest 100 meters runner enso ɛwɔ hɔ no ma kyɛ sɛ abrante no wa qualify for Tokyo championship no so ɛbɛba so athletic championship ɛbɛkɔ so ɛwɔ Tokyo no na Ministry of Sports and Recreation yes ɔmo nso ɛde message kɛseɛ pa ɛtumi ɛde aba abɔnten ɛno ɛna ɛda wo screen so nti ɔse on behalf of the Ministry of Sports and Recreation and the sports and the people of Ghana, I extend heartfelt congratulations to Abdul Rashid Saminu anti eno no anti abrante no ya de say Honorable Kofi Adams ejina Ghana fo nyina anemu na afin so wetimi abona ba so say wetimi ISR record no enso honomo na mama me Felix Afenejan arrival abrante no sabrede wabedu Black Stars camp endra ena Afenejan enso ebedu inti Felix ena chese opiane luggage ne sa enso etimi ede kono ene or starting game ne from bench inti like he say Afenejan enso ebeba benya some minute enso ewo game nim enso ede amade Black Stars of Ghana afei yentinsim ewo GPL Sunday special yes GPL Sunday special yentinsim na afei so yenin komo kama enti matches no ena eda screens ne so no enso ewo hono mantino matches a ebekọ so ewo Ghana Premier League ni mo no ade se eno ena eda screens ne so a otimi ehwe no eti Kumasi Asante Kroko ebetina fie omuni Midiama enso ebetimi ede aboani asanso na ade se Brekum Chelsea omonso Brekum Chelsea any Gold Stars and so ebetimi ede aboani ewo the Ghana Premier League nim afen so ade say Urema Accra Lions omuni Dreams FC and so ebetimi ede aboani and afen so Heart of Lions omuni Bechem United and ebebo Baseke Holy Stars gameway amanfo ani die chire papa Holy Stars any Nations FC and ebebo Karela United ebo Young Apostles Lagos Cities ebebo Hasselfolk and afenso eyade say Samates and so ebo Ediana Stars and so ewo week 33 of the Ghana Premier League Vision FC omonso egame no enyade say be so sansen komone and so atreman and so ena ebebo ewo hodoma ye boy chi and so etimi eriama na coaches no ede ensembebre etimi atudwa edikan ye be sha se ede free Asante Kroko head coach your friend coach Kalim Zito echema we ne last home game and so honti ese omu wini e the man fans no
the normal win because if this supposed to be our last game we should make them happy before we leave so nothing but winning deserve to be given to them.
Coach enanui ade se uremu ewo baabi ani no utimi erane ko assistant line 1 ne ho ekeka bibi enso ekire no na ede ensem na ka kire do so ka kire ne se yellow cards na omde makotoko no edoso because kotoko enya 5 yellow cards ema eye baabi ani Gold Stars enya 1 eno etimi affecting no ema ene ni 3 players Samba Ndongani Onel Okahu bino enyare se echina against Midiama no ombetimi abobi
boys stepping up into that.
I'm not losing only Kwampuku. That was why seriously I ran to the referee or the linesman to complain that the yellow cards are too much, the offsides are too much. It's what exactly I said. Today, out of that game, 3 of my regular players are not playing.
It was five yellow cards.
5 yellow cards against 1. And out of these 5, 3 of them are not playing on Sunday. So look at it. I'm building a team towards the FA.
Plus your injury situation.
Look at it. So seriously, I'm not happy. I'm not happy, but I can do nothing. I have to use what I have to go in.
Eno coach Karim Zito also one happy man Kresan say or build the team ahead of FA Cup finals ebeba so June 15th no no onye happy man na okono eno dey to just say Asante Roko supporters nanu baby adi no otu nani no na wakai emra obo Asante Kotoko.
My message is I was very, very happy when I saw them in Bibiani. It makes me remind that my old days when I was playing Kotoko. When you look at the supporters alone, it changes you to work and then get the result. So I think it should be the starting point. They should come. Without them, there's no Kotoko. So I still wish them, beg them to come and then, so that it will change us to do what we're supposed to do.
Eno coach Karim Zito and it is San Semino Atujano or Chemo Party away Asante Kotoko last home game. Omo body was season say Oria aka 2 matches, one FA Cup na one league nim vision any golden case ni nyina ebekọ so won kan enti eda chena de mumra na mume echie boys no up for the last time Babara Sports Stadium na coach Bubaka Watara head coach Enso Edema tima ye friend no Hasselfolk oni Legon Cities ena ebo any kind wakasa afa game ni ho
because it's one of the top game again. It's Lagos City. You know, these people are disturbing all the big teams that we are prepared to go and face them on Sunday, seriously. Okay, you know, when you kill what you call the goat is die, you don't fear the knife again. You see, this is the problem. But don't say it's a you see the Accra Lions, the way it is disturbing us.
Eno coach Bubaka Watara head coach Edema Hasselfolk na Orie no eno say number 12 man in every game no supporters enti echina Hasselfolk supporters no mo be 12 man emfama Hasselfolk.
The club is for them. You can come to support the team, shouting, criticizing, pushing the boys to get the good results. We have 11 players on the pitch. The number 12 is the supporters. Let us down. We need them every time to come and help the boys to play well. Take that opportunity to congratulate the Oaks who are coming the Premier for the first time. I think that.
Eno Hasselfolk head coach Bubaka Watara na Orino ono sembo ne maba wana baso se samedi omo secure qualification to the Women's Premier League nima Endra omo ne summer test game no obia anhebia omo sign so defense enso ewo group A nimo eno ensema ye boy chire ede amount na coach Ibrahim Tanko enso head coach Edema Mediama oni Kumasi Asante Kotoko na ebo nyame bo chira ewo Babara Sports Stadium wakasa fa team no target ho.
I think the target is to go and have a very good game in Kumasi. I think this is the first game that is going to be live since I took over. And definitely it's a motivation enough for the players to give their best. So definitely we are going to Kumasi, to take a point or 3 points, definitely.
And coach Ibrahim Tanko also mobile Kumasi. Na oma beje 3 points ni nyina oma nya de kra no one na chese nya de se omo be lose game no edachna na owie no ne ebusan se coach season ni de aye over for medium and sunset league no mathematically mon kan ho mon ntimi nje league no why you disappointed ana or say there be cry.
Well, not so disappointed. The performance of the team has increased, and I think it's very important for me to plan for the next season. So definitely, like you said, the 2 games that remains, we are going to give our best, if possible, to win it 2 games or to get 4 points out of the 2 games, so that we will plan well for the next season. Like you said, the league is over, and I think the last 2 games is going to be very difficult to predict who is going to win, but we see after the game, after this weekend, definitely we'll see who will take the league.
Eno Ibrahim Tanko, head coach, Edema Mediama, and all this and Semino Etuja. Now, you remember our Nations FC, head coach, your friend coach Kasim Mingo, on so Akasa for the gamer, on a Baseke Holy Stars, and so Ebono Edikai, or the Atuja say game, no, a very difficult game. And so Edema Nations FC, Sunset China, said Nations etimi ko renew or Baseke Homa, or more champions, our league in Baseke. And so a battle for relegation to game no ebedi pa.
That's why it's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy because we are fighting to escape from relegation. We are also fighting to win the league. So it's going to be a very, very competitive game.
Coach Kasim Mingo Okanse. Now Orion Odi to Jaziari Shebre no Ekuta Oma. Nations FC Shebre Eshe Oma Nsem. So omo pese omo J League na. Omo beje omo pese omo jemu and so edema baby any go stars and the Ayoma.
We are doing our normal preparation for it. It's not going to be easy. It's a match that will decide our destiny, either we win the league or not. That match will decide the fate of us. So we are approaching the game all the seriousness that we are approaching other games.
And so a head coach Kasim Mingo Okanse Edema Nations FC no de San Semino Atujano na Endra Adiani Chayani say after Swedro All Blacks any Hoho United a secure omo qualification to the Ghana Premier League, you know, na ye change between Techiman 11 Wonders or more any they say Real Tamale United RTU a game ebeba sono na chese yetimi enya 3 teams omo ba Ghana Premier League nendra and a game no enso eko so 90 minutes eba na we no na Techiman 11 Wonders ashe ekam yenu enso ama RTU etimi ate ekanim bako na momame Techiman 11 Wonders champions no na yenhwe endra after the game no yes omo de trophy no omo ye champions and so I was zone 1 no and so emua sabre no omo so etimi a qualify to the Ghana Premier League no na momia medal presentation no said e sifa kwan e Accra Sports Stadium. Yes, Techiman 11 Wonders and I say medals no and omo gene sano yeah Wonders sure Wonders beba and indeed Oma sign so ababium after 3 seasons omo call division 1 nimno na yewe ekwan omo lifted trophy no and so Ember my entie kaka. Eno Techiman 11 Wonders Endra omutimi lifting zone 1 trophy na sabre oma qualified to the Ghana Premier League no na they say Wonders message and so etimi ababonten omoda omo supporters no and so as na Kofi Wusu ediomi PRO and so edema omo ebusa ze Kofi mo be no they say picture mo be si akan was so Ghana Premier League ameyaw ago pramano aye ready ana say ebetimi host to Ghana Premier League games enkoba say ebedru we na ye beka say mo pitch ne kra no muntimi mobo ho no say enetie
there's a 1B champion no and when they go Premier in this case no for quite defeat 11 Wonders on penalty Zakaria Osman penalty or call center boy yeah play assemble ya Techiman na ubi dia rehono and in this case na young apostle at Sompa zone 1B and Techiman heroes in zone 1A it is just like 911 Wonders was zone 1A ye ne bofo akwa no 1B kobo ya bofo we ne ye no the same way the German heroes do 1A or also any young apostles are no 1B kobo ya young apostles and should defeat the German heroes still on penalty time round no they won't say 11 wonders move after 1B and now to your 1A so if records
Enti eno eye Kofi Wusu Ediomi the Don Cappuccino Kasaman for Edema Wonders Ebra or Cheche mu se zone 1 no abako 7 say debia tima or zone 1B no or no ena etimi qualify sa pepepe na endra esiye na Techima Wonders ebo free zone 1B ena RTU enso ebo free zone 1A enti ewie no na chese omo ena etimi a qualify elho na owie no or kasafa ameyaw ago pramane ho
both traditional leaders and political leaders in Ohio Imagine say Omuba Colosu Park now the needed things they need to do in terms of stance, the pitch quality, the grass and they are ready to do it. Now the inner perimeter issue, the dressing room, everything about the pitch and Penify are ready to do it. Just to make sure say team no be league in actem, the nyesu or and traditional
eno enso no na ose impo se ameyaw ago pramano anya ready a omo option
Orlando say banesa ameyaw park na kwa anya ready o say the MP for the Chimay South honorable Martin J. Pensa fantastic made the pass well
sure
one of the best aspects with tartan tracks I say ultimate jina so far far lighting na enso so it's and also another upside say with the aspect of that canon how to complete the dressing rooms into an inner perimeter. I think they are only the main issues in this you consider cost wise. Not your completed dressing rooms in the inner perimeter and no cost ever from Ama say input time of Yari and a bit use honor for the meantime and penny for you ready to do that. If you see any baby a boy a match there, Orlando, any problem, maybe other than the Quemu. Team no qualify you in Quadia.
Enti sabre ya team na qualify we ne de say anye ameyaw parka ebetimi aye eye honorable Mensa Kosa Astrotefa oye to Techima no ntino say ye be yi omo free o say omo nkobo omo game o ba bi de enya de say besi na omo wie no omada omo supporters no enso asia chese omo de message ababonti ana chese thank you kese pa na omo de ma Techima 11 wonders omo nso supporters no elho moma me wafu zone eye A and B boys kappa eno nso eba so no group no and so etimi ababonten Ghana ewo group A Ghana Togo and afenso Gambia and Liberia ewo group A group B no Nigeria Burkina Faso Guinea Niger and afenso Mali and a group C no and so Senegal Sierra Leone Ivory Coast and afenso Benin we and so tournament ebe koso ewo Ghana ha say na mama me house of folk ma no sabre Oma qualify to a women's Premier League no na endra ombom game ni we no omoje omani kakra pa yes entino Oak FC has a folk man no ziade next season women's Premier League no omo be jam na omo nso etimi esia kan kama enso ehontino powers mami nyina we so na afen so afisem no memfa ni nyina enso ensia ene anope
that's it no ye jekum blankson na or the local news ning na so abano so prince one samson trust na yin komo yin Ghana Premier League games baso and of course the Black Stars schema and also ewo and few other issues but a time here ba make sure time here ba no e dura e we dwaman so na eboa etu malaria fever say da me de to anim say ntontom be maka wa wunya malaria so yawe ntontom be ma ka wa wunya malaria oba no oba
is the only a friend
anopheles mosquito ni ye ma no
oni ye ma
no me man de omu ye de kwa
okay
sir ka wa ho na be ye ohine kakra na wati na ko
I love dedication
ba ma no ka o pe uko laba say when you MPs blood ne bu ase ya tre MPs scene nyame member of parliament a malaria parasite and about Nimpedium. Well, drown your time here by Misha. Unya know what we could be money in every Nimpedium. Time HH here by Misha no so and on a year dra ebwa ne boost your immune system. Asra for moon Nimpedium on Besho Mukutupa, on Besho Modin, on why a ding. No mabo mobile. And so every year home 0244417669 0244417669 and no airline I'll be for more so now yet to me about a so etchimi aye kama sound so and me sense we some farm home so 21st clinic medical come once much or by me sense we see the amount it sounds so aboso ba and the media pie 21st clinic sciatica ya de nko ade a mesraw koho Ghana had new year singing a bia yadiatum se sciatica yadi yetu ase yenso so eye 21st clinic dede ekoso okrumu nyina ebinim ho amososo ano okwa na asanso aba nemum sciatica no be bia yetu ase e property kura e 21st clinic efru otu ase ekosi wona ase intri na ho no se ba se emusisi emu ya oya yade bi ehu ba bi atochema eno ne yefre no sciatica na Ghana he nyina yen eni tu ase 15 branches ne wo Ghana Kumasi ehwa Overseas Junction Obuase Council Quarters anasa Core Junction Accra Domi Market Sunya Nkransani Techiman eho nyina wuduru a ye branches wo ho ye sayade bia nemum sciatica ne de ote yenka we dwane akote 0249 311 another 311 0249 311 another 311 and that's 0540 311 311 Sir Prince young woman na yenin komo
before say member league games no any the Blasters of Ghana came no me ndi NCA ne ho komo kakra on say abrante a ye friend Fusini ade say anase Saminu Rada wakwa akote Ghana fo ni Abdul Saminu Rashid omobenya ne race ne sade atoso amane ahwe a menka asemi mfamfa ne ho Powers unim say so where NCAA their course 2024 na ade say course we USA unse two universities and omoye Hayward Ford University and Eugene Oregon University eho and o make sure say this NCAA ni betimi akoso na omoye no one particular thing na dance e wo honom no say during that time 2024 na games ne koso no Unim say when it comes to track and field, especially the 100 and 200 meters, Unim say na African for more. The track and field event, the Africans were a bit more than the number expected that no be enemies and combat me produce there. In so way, around 23 people, and even Kwano, and I said 23 medals, and even Kwano Tokyo Olympics 2020 no, or Mutimiko Rumua, or Moje medals, editor Komu honum. And in that, that was 2020 as an American. In that, or making sure say at least one medal, medal, na distance, winning distance or the winning, lesser than 800 meters. In the honum, now feel Africans, making sure say or make your name there. And Apostle, you may be the last time edify this Africans sprinters neho. I can't see Bine especially or can send me the fan and 2024 NCA no or more who make key name and this one or more amount for her so make key name no I can't see Bine can be and most especially so I heard these games now course now on say Abrante friend Abdul Saminu Eddie first no they not share red how this second was that Nigerian Kaninosa and I said Kaninsola rather Ngovudo Mudin Kaninsola se Kaninsola so Kaninsola very good Ajayi or no any this second no and Ajayi the what na Nigeria payana you go anymore and no only this second but going into this tournament and I said going to this race no do one him say Kaninsola on the bedi first and Abrantia, your friend Abdul Rashid Saminu, it's me too, and I never quite size significant. Don't any performance now. So any a sad nakwa can the names as they say no obi expecting home. Can you solana eka home? Ubenya air check na Traore or Cote d'Ivoire or no sunidi or honum Ubenya Tassis or got or no kwano from Uganda. So I LCA back on a course now or no and they making sure so be making a better time. Into a money and then Abrantia friend Abdul Saminu. Rashid Elswaka. So we are looking forward to see say nyame adoma this tournament na be bounce automatic qualification wenya you heard said this tournament na be so no Africans na making name for themselves no bet me aka ho bi because you already know say den na Lechile Tobago so be remfi no or honum akani simbine just like Apostle Beye no ho adwuma the last time we had no so honum ubenya omanya na Gina Bass and then Mary Jose Talu ono so say da kodi Ivorian lady no omunyina honum betimi making name and we are expecting say Brantia your friend Abdul Saminu Rashid ono so betimi akwa these names no ho na together no o metimi make a name and we are hoping so on so betimi ababe make that name no together with the rest of the people and as a material record no na 9.90 seconds 9.90 seconds and Abranti breaky edeko 9.86 seconds international so here on average no this is 0.6 milliseconds and or the ababe teswa so for me yamo Abranti number so it is very very good if you focus on these things and we know say your talent now meeting here adwuma ne bebre the Ghana as a whole as an Ghana as a nation now yenko Ghana Premier League no ni nim komo kakra always you Kumasi as Kotoko supporter. It is very true. So I heard the other games never na more than the chances are there for Kotoko. So make me make sure so make me a leg, you know, EDSU Monaso. Mathematically, Kotoko is still in this competition and I say in this race now. They are still in the race because 60 points and a nation scooter and a Kotoko 55. So 2 games now, 2 games this is 6 points. And Yamban said 5 points and a difference. Into Kotoko winning 2 games, you know, Benya 6 points now. No, I hope that's how it is. And mathematically they are there, but realistically you feel say a long way for Kotoko. And Kotoko should rather focus on their game against Mediama. The last 4 games for Mabono, Obia wini bako, and a mumi yenu aye draw. Telling you say in recent times Kotoko ne Mediama na eboa. Unlike as first Ananka Kotoko Timinya air wins, no. He said in recent times in the last 4 games, no, Mediama Timia catch up. I mumi I draw. And Obia wini bako. Telling you Kotoko should focus on the game. Because Mediama, though we all know say Omono mathematically they are out of the air league race, no. But then they will hope to see say Yene Kotoko ne kobo. That momentum will still be there, and I said that mentality will be in their minds. You're not Kotoko, you make a name for ourselves, Keke. And we've seen Kotoko playing in some games, clearly, Nensa Kotoko Timina Wena, or Motimiko Fambole, so Kotoko should rather focus on their game. And I believe, say, in this game, just like I said, Mediama has nothing to lose, or Mon Shada and Koge, so Omo Kobo Kuomo. And to Kotoko, if they perform above their normal strength now, they can get a win. And after that win, Ansan or Mababe Jones said, what is happening elsewhere? Because in the game of nations, any able from Holy Stars Bebono. Now, we all know said the league is for nations to lose. League na Ebono, a nations FC or Muliga, they say no Mulu so or more na lose out in the league. Or many Holy Stars games no. But my main case say we mo be aware. It is not going to be easy for Air Nations FC. The entire maker say any. So where home games are in the Ghana Premier League. Open one of the best home teams Holy Stars Ekahon, despite the fact say Omo battle relegation. Let's establish that Omo battle relegation and Omo and me winning this game the probability so make me call relegation is higher. Say never say a 50-50 so Omo lose this game and as Omo draw in this game probability ebe peja akwa 70 plus somewhere 75-80%. And on betting their relegation. So clearly they will come into this game thinking say, except by all means, you konya a win or a draw. Your worst in this game should be a draw. And when it comes to that and so on, it tells you say Holy Stars have a bigger advantage of winning or having a draw in this game. Didn't make us any out of the many games Omabo Eofino, Emunai Omanya win. And Omabo draw Mako 5. Just 2 games and a Holy Stars this season. Omo poor performance ni nyina no Omenya no ofie and 2 losses no munya no. Let's not forget and yet just any team na share no honum. Go Stars and then Boboku for Mediama. So clearly Nations FC have a bigger hurdle to climb. It is true, but I feel say Nations knowing clearly say Omono the league is just to lose no. They will go all out and I'm expecting at least a win or a draw for Nations FC. Go Stars and Brekum Chelsea game now. I will expect a win from BBN Go Stars.
Filippo.
best weekend.
Idea.
Holy Stars, so much share the United and game and this weekend, they are expecting you. Kodoko game done and dusted a deal. Kodoko game done and dusted a deal. Kodoko Beshe Mediema. Just mark it on the wall. Kodoko Beshe Mediema. And they will still be in the race. Race no Prince Kaye. Realistically, it is still real. But so what's the Ghana football dynamics in Asia? Kodoko out of the race. It is still nations and Gold Stars in every Ghana Premier League. Now this is the dynamics. Gold Stars ever against Brekum Chelsea. Gold Stars ever Brekum Abesha Chelsea. And now you don't need a rocket scientist to tell you.
Gold Stars for Gold
Stars omo ba Brekum Abesha Chelsea or China. Now Gold Stars be in the game crowd Wakra Lions. And then a game difficult small Gold Stars. And no it will be dependent on
Gold Stars a simple so for Brekum
or Besha Brekum Chelsea. Would they miss my cash or I say just market on the wall? Mr. Gold Stars Brekum Chelsea.
Okay.
Now we are the last game Wakra Lions. Say see a team and walk pass over joining Legon Cities. Any swatch money Wakra Lions. Bibia atress omo no moko. Now Accra Lions games are kano. Obo against Dreams FC. Dreams say they have nothing to lose. So Accra Lions weekendy so share Dreams FC and the nations in your careful. Say masami ye pa. So weekendy so Accra Lions echo share Dreams FC and the nations in your careful. And Lions is here some point way pa because Lions can win a game against Dreams Obeko 38 points and Obe level on points with Basake Holy Stars. Holy Stars 38 points. And Holy Stars the game Sakano Obo nations we are Obo against Adriana. Adriana have nothing to lose. So what's the dynamics now? Say me the power. Adriana Stars they have nothing to lose in the Ghana Premier League now. And so who can team so we safe for Brekum Chelsea Adriana Stars Obia is safe. Into any team on this teams we Bobiano. Me who say serious sir. They say Mediama, they have nothing to lose. Koroko will beat Mediama this weekend. I'm emphatic. Koroko will beat Mediama this weekend. Say no game will be any dasupa, Holy Stars, any nations game no. Any game amount for agenda super because but we are Holy Stars fan and also we are that is nations fan. First show with him say Gold Stars will win this weekend. Bibiani Gold Stars will win this weekend. And at the hall, I say I show one woman and I also Gold Stars be winning. But this game no players me never decided game no. Now me ko MCR ho. Mama me a brand here from the Prince Cheneboa. This season what kind of best player for Team Basake Holy Stars Prince Cheneboa. He's the best player, the facet of Dreams FC and I say Basake Holy Stars. Now, what do we need to one's main? So what's Nzama da? Me go school Nzama. So I know everything about Nzama. So wouldn't mean Nzama very well. Say Nzama football now start say dwindle. There you are be a friend dwindling effect. Man Prince Cheneboa picture no. Nzama football dwindle. Because and then you know the facet of Nzama football, you kind of traditional powerhouse of Nzama football or more relegation was Division 1 Nzama Kotoko. Nzema Kodoko is the facet of football in Nzema because they are the traditional powerhouse of the whole Nzema. Aduabo, baby Agana gas one, and one Nzema Kodoko Mumfuma Eshe, and Omono the facet of football in Nzema, and then Nzema Kodoko eco relegation. So the only realistic hope is Basake Holy Stars. Nzema, they had Kerala Sporting Club. But because the owner of the club, the late Kwabna Brigade, what kind of power? Senator Kwabna Brigade. Brigade Tuayano Monsiedo. I say, a new Mako form Kakra Emma Kerala Sporting Club. Kerala is a late Kwabna Brigade Etiasia and can betting you Sanka by now Kerala Sporting Club, Ghana Premier League, Trophy Majibi. Nkwamoji Kranka Samatex, Beji Ghana Premier League. Kerala were on the verge of becoming even competing Korokwane Hearts for who is the best to cry in Ghana. Because they do baby no Kasika Samoa, you can't compete Brigidi and Kerala. Kerala, will be every Arsenal to be successful, no, na Kerala Sporting Club, it will be. But Baumo let's come now Brigidi to no. And the Kerala, Nalarigu or not. That is Kerala Sporting Club now. In terms of my phoning, hope, Holy Stars, Basake. and so what consuma elembeleda Basake a secluded town, a small town be a Basake, a Riabo Basake, Akpandue. These are 3 twin towns. That is where a club now, a small town, and this club belongs to the Western Regional Football Association chairman, Ora Simone Huma. On no team Basake Holy Stars, and then no come made ones ma, and some members studio say, and then the whole ones man no, Obia, everybody is rallying behind team from Basake Holy Stars say, Anya Shekran, nonsense, man, Mama name Co Division 1, and I'm saying this on record. Okay. Basake Holy Stars will never go to relegation. Even if they lose this game, to Nations, they will never go to relegation. Teams are Munko relegation in the Ghana Premier League, market here. Young Apostles, Vision FC, Karela Basake Holy Stars. These teams are on relegation. Karela Sporting Club, Ora Harun the Drusus Karela on relegation. Say no team an who can pass over joining Lagos Cities and in Swatreman, Accra Lions. And Accra Lions 2 games now can about dreams. Obet me share dreams because dreams they don't need this point. I'm over here, so they can go there and beat dreams. But last game, no, Obo against Gold Stars. Gold Stars believe you say after so be share broken Chelsea, no, obet me share Accra Lions. And so Gold Stars bet me G Premier League na. Or share broken Chelsea we are. And so share Accra Lions. No hope is say Basake Holy Stars. Ebet me at least anya we crown or draw with Nations. So Basake any Nations board draw pay. I'm telling you, said them trophy no beko bibiani. Tiema semi yepa. So Basake Holy Stars, any Nations game and the drawer, then trophy no, then it is written on the trophy say trophy no ko bibiani. And Red Division 1, confirmed. When him say no, many would inkomo bi an waka be say sometimes na you goals na obehye no. And anya points a wobenya in your zone. And your goals na obehye no. Any points na obenya in your zone no. And run by analysis bi wo ha. Telling you say between 11 wonders any LTU no who can team statistically or well good to qualify and as a best placed to qualify and can team LTU by a real what happened game they ended 2-1 in favor of 11 wonders.
Yeah, update here for Ghana and Trinidad and Tobago game no Elcoso above 9 minutes Ghana 1 TNT nil Jordan Ayew. Okay. And in the 12th minutes now Brent here from the Frank Ayre in your first goal at my 11 wonders. Your boy game in the 64th minute. Now Brent here from the blah blah Ramon and Ramakana somewhere. We are 3 players. Now 3 players in your Jonas Manina, Abdul Rauf Mohammed, and blah blah Ramon. These are the 3 deadliest attack RTU Ukra this season. And RTU bet say in the 64th minute. They are actually those from the north. Pan say RTU in the 90th minute omo consider a penalty. Now Brent here left back no a left wing forward. On currently or the top scorer. The whole season was just 6 goals per. Now they are my 11 wonders. And 11 wonders so qualify from their zone. And on the crucial penalty eventually on shared that penalty. Edema team 11 wonders. In the name of Bonoa senior another team. Be competing in Ghana Premier League. Now 11 wonders now qualify you know. A curse Edema Karala maybe trim. The reason why I cast Macarella and say team be best start the season no yen a budget sir or pay team sir and I say or pay so oko a shorter venue so that it affect say in terms of Nisika Sem in travels. Say RTU qualifier I wouldn't say bless Macarella because Nalarigu to Tamale distance in Wasa but say you know the only team from the north in the Premier League Karala pay. I'm paying the team of Northern region. How to qualify and can bless more because in terms of finances any or more travels. But congratulations to 11 wonders. And then the coach our friend David Nyaba or can send the team to Barcelona and they will qualify. Ampa Audio ayo Barcelona football on Babono Kluma. A cloud internet for cloud internet open internet the Juma Jumedia be a woody we hear internet no a cloud internet Ghana hangina obianim say ampa womo and a year the stable one womo and the fastest one the most reliable one and the bonus essential that form cloud internet Mr. for the fastest reliable internet connectivity gomo and also no mudijuma yechira kwan e okumase a ye ne top ye top high a ye ne Love FM dan no edie hwe for 0244 601933 0244 601933 win big with mega cash on Sompa na mega cash no ɛho nkɔmɔ nie ɛne sɛ yɛde ho nkɔmɔ bebree ɛde akyerɛw saa sika na egu yi ɛkwan a mbɛfa so a wobɛnya bi ɛnoa ne sɛ wobɛfa wo phone na wadale star 426 star 6 hash na afi also enter into the draw dial star 426 star 6 hash na enter into the draw ubo saa pɛ wobɛhu sɛ yɛbɛma options nsia na wa select baako wo select a sika opɛ wo de to so sɛ yɛ 5 series 10 series ɛkwa kɔkɔ pepepepepepe na wo de ato so wo de to so a ɛhɔ na kyerɛ sika ɛwɔ sɛ wunya no na bɛbɛ gu phone so yɛbɛtena hei wafa sika bebree mesrɛw fa ho hyɛm na wobɛhu sɛ sika de egu hɔ aka sɛ wɔn nso de wo ho bɛhyɛm na wafa wo deɛ akɔ fie yɛnhyɛ sɛ mfa yɛtiefoɔ ne lines no yɛbi atom join yɛ sɛsia yi ɛwɔ 0548 931 931 0548 931 931 frɛ na bra so nsɛm ahodoɔ a yɛdi nkɔmmɔ Ghana League Black Stars nkɔmmɔ Champions League final a ɛba so ɛnɛ 0548 931 931 0551 931 931 Ghana as a second goal Razak Simpson okay what's the second goal the Amada Black Stars of Ghana first caller good morning hello
hello good morning
yes sir boss we didn't be free
sir how are you sir this Caribou from Bono East region
oh the enkwe Bacho meet you. Hello. Oh, Bono East. Next caller. Good morning.
Ember Power.
Yes, sir.
Anani ni kwisi ko de krum.
Anani enkwe.
Ana pese Sompa from my mama ba. Na and for Black Stars. We need to be ka ajira kuna match na kwa gumpanya panya. TNT de someone yadi e that is mabo 2 wins. Number 6 abaso. Number was that since na ba so one to the first goal. Adama de sinna to team. Number and you know it's a PG because PG only say after home and away to final. Now Emma intermediate happening from the in there and in the you need to regain the first winning a free in the Luna so I was for a period so coming and the Tomochi campaign I'm going to get up except papa and I have to the thing of Yakaya the meeting in the actual PG one in the head that it's not so for fun in the Kobala and never side voice it's not a last game how are you don't hear that you are going to stop voice I was 20 minutes in the game for going
Erase anane kunsuko krum. Next caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Boss, we didn't maybe free.
It's a feminine napoku. Kasoku Ebuakwa Menchia.
Ebuakwa Menchia, Nanapoku, Nana Yangwe.
We did. And then attention in how we make. Hello, transfer the Gabasan. Now, the number would be a favor PSG because Tima one year. Transfer league da usia Italian team for me a challenge. It I 1993. Now if you must say you did that. But usia AC Milan 1993 was anyone here did it. 1997 so Richard Dortmund no need did that. But usia Juventus our fan was sent 3 goals in one every game. And then Paris Saint-Germain needed that. Once I this year Italian team Inter Milan. And the player beyond what team now we have Dalemba with 15 Piano, where can we get on 2004 Mark Owen is Liverpool call Real Madrid 2004-2005 and Liverpool Filippo Coutinho so Liverpool Echo 2019 and Liverpool decided to league. And then Kylian Mbappe FC Paris Saint-Germain the first series plan up Ember Power. But piano and then you see Paris Saint-Germain and the okay. Power money I mean
Anane okay the historian Edase. Your next caller. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, sir.
This Caliber from Budo East region.
Okay.
Today my prayer is International Milan win just because of Lautaro Martinez from Argentina.
Oh, okay.
Winning the Ballon d'Or this year because for previous years the performance he has been putting up was so great, and I cherish his performance and the way he was very calm because of the way other players came all the way to win the Ballon d'Or, but he was not able to complain a single bit. So I think that this year he could win. But one again, I could say Luis Enrique was one of the famous coaches in the world we have so far after Pep Guardiola on the world. Thank you.
So you are tipping Lautaro Martinez for Ballon d'Or this year, right?
Yeah, International Milan to win.
Oh, that will be an interesting lap, right?
You're welcome.
Okay, that's it. Also, no. Yeah, fire birthdays no. Na ye ne peje mo. Mame, yenua Grace Amwako. Oye adwuma 21st clinic. Tema branch. Mo mama ne picture no some party we no so na. Me wish me nua by awoda happy birthday. O birthday dey as o sha se ache. We did da. Erade nshira no man kwatenten from o manager Danny ono no se mfa platform we so yema happy birthday obapa eye Grace Amwako enne yi wa wodai se prince se oto nnuma ma na eye Philipu enso awrapo adi akire na bibia ye nika happy birthday foforo ensan koma yenua sewa bamfo mami sewa bamfo enso picture good sewa bamfo ye bai enne eye wonso wa woda happy birthday enkoma. Okay, wish a happy birthday for she is called Jennifer Otu. Mami Jennifer Otu. And so na yen celebrating kakra. Yenua Jennifer Otu. Happy glorious birthday to Jennifer Otu. Also kwekuma na chese takra de. Inti kwekuma de na chese Philip insanu edwuma ba kunye. Inti happy birthday enkoma Jennifer Otu. Wamra ene also o celebrity. Finally, Mami, an ardent listener, nice guy, in fact, a hard-working, loving guy. Nidin edi Ajenim Giovanni. Or say see you edi ma efiaba organic oil. Okay, not just oil big. See you dear. Not just oil packet wakura. See you. Chief Executive Officer Ajenim Giovanni. Fantastic birthday enko amount. Wamra we know happy birthday to you. Fantastic. Ajenim Giovanni Eradin Shrao na ontre washim enfama na bibia nso ntumi nkoso. Edin bia ni ha nti akaba kwa munye no ha. Yankopon ya adum ne Christamba. Monday, on behalf of the entire sports team, we say thank you for being part of this wonderful show. From our director, Apostle Jeffrey Asari, to Sir Prince Philip Nkunsa, Ejekum Blankson Orlando, Mr. Wack, aka Mikalo Mudrik, the chief consumer, and myself, Ember Power. We say thank you for being part of this wonderful show. MC Aho, Obed, Ene Asante, Kabena.